Welcome into our 2015 Old Town Grill High School Football Game of the Week. Only 3 weeks left to go inside of the 2015 campaign. Tonight, the Cosby Eagles travel to Cumberland Gap, Tennessee to take on the Cumberland Gap Panthers. Both teams looking for their first regional win of the season. Cumberland Gap trying to break a 15-game losing streak. Will they do it? Stay tuned to find out. It's the Panthers, it's the Eagles, it's the Old Town Grill Game of the Week, and it's next.
Kicking off, and here we go. We are underway as Helton will kick it deep, and this is Cosby running the ball back. This is to the 30, to the 35, and down to about the 37-yard line. That's where the Eagles will start. Is on that return was looks like 13, Cody Earls.
Odd-looking return formation, but again, it worked out just fine for them. They're going to start out with great field position. We'll see what they can do with it here. Now, I'm anxious to see if Cumberland Gap can stop the run, because in pregame, I've noticed Cosby's going spread, but they like to run the ball quite a bit out of it.
Cosby is going to run more than likely two quarterbacks tonight. The starter coming into the year was number 8, Matt Lane, the senior. They're probably going to run a lot of Andrew Lillard, the sophomore, number 2. And I believe Lillard is actually going to get the start here for the Eagles, as we'll have 2 receivers to the left side, 2 to the right here on a K&K metal first down. Lillard will have a back to his left side. Looks to be possibly Dobbs, Josh Dobbs. Handoff up the middle to around the 40. Flag already on the play, as it is John Dobbs, number 20, that has the run. Face mask against Cumberland Gap is the penalty.
Right in the area of a face mask, and we see Cosby come out early. I saw him a lot in pregame. They were running this exact play, and all they're doing is running a counter where you pull the guard and tackle, and the running back just follows them right into the hole. I expect to see a heavy dose of that. That's the only play in pregame they run twice. That's going to be bread and butter.
You love it, don't you?
I love it.
4 yards on the run, and a 5-yard penalty brings up 2nd down and 1. 2 receivers off to either side. This is going to be a misdirection to Dobbs. Dobbs is getting to the midfield to the 45, inside Cumberland Gap territory. Ball's on the ground. Will they mark him down, or is it going to be a turnover? And they're going to say he was down. They're going to mark Dobbs down at about the 42-yard line in Cumberland Gap territory for another K&K metal first down.
Exact same play we saw the first time. They've run it twice in a row with great results. There again, we see the guard and tackle pull, clear the way for the running back, all kinds of space.
K&K metal first down and 10, 4 wide, again 2 to either side. Your quarterback again is Lillard, the sophomore. Lillard. Throwing, it is incomplete. Didn't really take much of a step, really just took the snap in the shotgun and looked off to the right for Alex Strange and couldn't get it to him.
Best I can tell, Cosby's going to try and give him some simple routes. Again, I hate to keep going back to the pregame, but in pregame we see him running a lot of just one-step drops. You got a young quarterback, let's make it easy on him. No big drops, you got one read. Whatever the certain defender does, you do the opposite. And I think that's what they do for him.
2nd down and 10. Again, 2 receivers off to either side. Lillard again has a back to the left side. It is Dobbs. And he's going to hand off Dobbs again. This is to the 40. And they'll be taken down inside the 40 to the 39-yard line.
That same counter play we've seen 3 times now on this first drive. Christian Crowder, number 34, looks like the linebacker. They got him playing up in there. They got him linebacker tonight. Done a great job of sticking his nose in that, and that's what you have to do. The linebackers have to shed off them blocks and get there to stop that play. Otherwise, they'll run that all over the field.
Dobbs listed at 5'5", 145 pounds. A lot smaller than most players you'll see, but he can find the hole when it needs to be. On 3rd down, 4 wide again. Lillard's going to hand off to Dobbs. Dobbs to the 40. He's going to find his way forward to about the 36-yard line. He'll gain about 3, but it'll bring up 4th down.
A lot of contact about at the line of scrimmage, but he found a way to get off of all the contact. Made a very positive play, make it 4th and manageable. Now we're going to see Cosby, I assume we'll see Cosby try and run the ball again, because they're trying their best to get that going.
4th down, let's call it 4 yards to go here for the Eagles. They're going to go for this one. Ball in the middle of the field as they go from right to left. 2 receivers left side, 2 to the right. Lillard moves his back to the right side. Lillard's going to roll right side. It's going to be a quarterback draw. He's got hit. He's to the 35, spin move, fighting for it. He's not going to get the first down. Lillard will get to about the 35-yard line, a couple yards short, and Cumberland Gap's defense gets the first stop of the night.
Big time stop, exactly what the doctor ordered. Now let's see if their offense can go do something with it. That's exactly how you wanted that stop. They fourth down, your defense got you in a good position. Way to secure the tackle, get him on the ground.
Something for Cumberland Gap, they're going to start at their 35-yard line, which is something that they had a problem with last week, was starting way back in their own territory. With 9:38 left to go first quarter, the Panthers will have their first offensive drive. They'll start with two receivers off to either side. Shotgun formation. Again, your starting quarterback looks to be Ethan Ellison, and he's got it back to his right side as he stands in the gun. Ellison, feeling pressure, throws across the middle. That's going to be way too high. Leap. Looks like he's trying to get it off into the hands of Tyler Thompson, but Ellison had somebody bearing down on him.
Absolutely, and that's going to be the story of the night. I was looking over the roster. Here's your two defensive ends. They're both seniors, one 6'5", 290, the other 6'3", 225, and Cumberland Gap had a terrible time blocking the defensive end of South Green last week. Let's see if they've improved any. If not, could be a very long night for the quarterback.
Don't know where Cosby found these trees, but they're going to put them to use. Second down and 10. 4 wide again for Cumberland Gap. Again, Ellison drops, looking, one to set up the screen. He'll get it off complete to the 40, to the 45, to the 50, to the 45, stutter steps, back to the 40. Looking for some blocks to the 35, inside the 35, down to about the 31-yard line on the catch. Brandon Hilton.
Big time catch by Hilton. That was almost too far in front of him. Great catch and made a tremendous move here on the near sideline, that stop, and just let the defender run past him. That was a very good move. Sets his team up with some excellent field position.
34 yards on the pass completion. Sets up another K-Metal first down and 10 here for the Panthers. Cumberland Gap trying to strike quick. Two receivers left side, two to the right. Again, Cumberland Gap going from left to right on your radio dial. Ball on the right hash mark. Ellison, low snap, picks it up, feeling pressure. That's going to be incomplete. They're going to say Ellison's hand went forward as the ball was knocked out, and it's going to be incomplete.
Already we're starting to see pressure by none else than the defensive end. Bryson Valentine, again, 6'5", 290. The average size of Cosby's defensive line is 6'2", 285. That's the average. Nose guard going at 6'1", 370. They have a lot of beef up front, and that's never a bad thing.
Second down and 10 upcoming here for Cumberland Gap. Again, they'll send two receivers to the left side. This time they'll have one to the right. Ellison stands in a gun, hands it back to his left side. Ellison steps up, goes across the middle. It's complete. Inside the 20 to about the 19-yard line. On the catch was Thompson.
Fantastic catch. Just a crossing route. It looked like the receivers were confused on which one was supposed to catch it. He almost let them get right side by side before he threw it. Either way, nice catch, and it sets up another first down.
12 yards on the pass completion, brings up another K-Metal first down and 10. Cumberland Gap driving here on their first drive. Panthers will send two receivers to the left and two once again to the right. Again, Ellison stands in the gun, has a back to his left side, looks to possibly be Keaton Cornett. Ellison's going to roll off left side, gets a block from Cornett, throws off into the end zone, and it's going to be incomplete. Trying to find Brandon Helton in the back corner and just couldn't get it to him.
That time they just rolled the quarterback out to the wide side of the field. Done the same thing with receivers, one shallow, one deep. He thought he had the deep man there. Good throw. If you're going to miss that throw, you always want to overthrow the receiver, make sure nobody can get to it.
That was something I noticed from Ellison in the pregame when they were down here on the north end zone practicing. When they were throwing the fades and just kind of throwing passes, he had a tendency to overthrow his receivers. We'll see if that happens into the game tonight. On second down, now we got a flag. Yeah, we're going to get offsides against Cosby. So the Eagles will give Cumberland Gap 5 easy yards and they'll bring up second down and more reasonable.
Easiest 5 yards in all of football.
8:31 left to go here inside of the first quarter. Still scoreless. This is the Panthers' first offensive drive. Two receivers left side, one to the right. Ellison drops, goes across the middle, is complete. Stretching forward, not getting into the end zone. We're going to have a flag on the play. And we got a roughing the passer against Cumberland Gap. We have a personal foul roughing the passer against the Eagles. I'm not real sure. I was looking at the flag and did not see who caught that pass. With the penalty and the catch, it'll set Cumberland Gap up at about the, let's call it the 1 yard line. And it'll be first down and goal with the K&K Metal first down upcoming here for Cumberland Gap. One receiver to the left side, 3 stacked to the right. Ellison going to keep it on the quarterback draw, trying to find some room, comes over right side. He's going to get the corner, and he's going to actually be taken down, as I thought he had the chance there, but good defense by Cosby. And Ellison goes down in the field of play for about a loss of 1.
That was number 1, Bryce Poe, the corner, the senior. Done a great job of securing an open field tackle before you get in the end zone. I thought for sure Ellison had that.
Marking back down at the 1, it's going to be second down and goal here for Cumberland Gap. Again, 2 receivers left side, 2 to the right. Those receivers are stacked up. Ellison again in the gun. Ellison. Hands off, big hole, into the end zone. Touchdown, Cumberland Gap. Touchdown, Matt McGrudridge.
The offense on this first drive looked about as impressive as you could look on a first drive. They come out, they've thrown the ball well, they've run the ball well. They didn't have any penalties, and Cosby committed some penalties. I mean, that's a perfect first drive for Cumberland Gap.
McGrudridge gets the touchdown from 1 yard out, and the Panthers take the lead as they will set this up. I believe they're going to go for 2. Ellison still in, and Cumberland Gap will go for 2. They got 1 receiver to the right side, 1 to the left. They get 3 to the left. This is Ellison. Play action. Throws off. It is complete. Can he get into the end zone? He does. The 2-point conversion is good to Preston, England. Time out of the field with 7:21 left to go. Our new score is the Panthers 8. It's the Eagles nothing.
It's the Old Town Grill.
The Old Town Grill is a special place where you bring more than family, more than friends. Bring a hearty appetite, because at the Old Town Grill, you'll never walk away hungry. A delicious change from the ordinary. The perfect place to bring the entire family. The best food and plenty of it. Join the fun and treat your appetite to something special.
It's the OTG.
The OTG is the place to be.
Make K&K Metal Sales your only stop for all your residential and commercial metal building needs. For the past 23 years, K&K Metal Sales has covered the tri-state area with quality custom roofing and siding with many grades, gauges, and colors in stock. If you're looking for complete steel or wood building packages or steel or wood trusses, K&K Metal Sales can help with that, as well as heavy-duty custom carports. Great folks and great prices. Stop by K&K Metal Sales located at 6986 Cumberland Gap Parkway or call 423-869-4261.
Cumberland Gap's opening drive. 8 plays, 65 yards, took 2:27 off the clock. With a 2-point conversion, Cumberland Gap has started off this game with the lead. They lead the Cosby Eagles by the score of 8-0.
And looked really good getting the opening lead. Like I said, that first drive is about as good of a drive as you could possibly orchestrate.
Cumberland Gap to kick this one off. And it's going to be an end-over-end kick taken by Cosby at about the 20-yard line. To the 30, up the middle to the 35, to the 40, and eventually being tripped up past the 40 to about the 43-yard line. Again on the run, looked to have been Bryce Poe.
And another good return by Cosby. They've done a good job thus far getting some good field position. Now they need to make something happen with it here on the second drive.
They'll start with a K Metal first down and 10 at their 46-yard line. Will we see Lillard back in at quarterback, or will we see the senior, Matt Lane, number 8? Looks like they're going to stick with Lillard. 2 receivers left side, 2 to the right. Again, back to the left side again is John Dobbs. This is going to be a handoff to Dobbs. Dobbs avoids the first tackle, gets to the 45. Spin move coming back to the near side. Got some room, got some blockers to midfield. He's to the 45, to the 40, and eventually is taken out of bounds inside the 40 to about the 37-yard line.
Quite a bit of speed in the open field that time. I didn't realize they had such a weapon. Looks like Addison Fancher, the senior running back. He's only 5'5", 130, but does a great job of using it when he gets out into the open space.
That'll be another K Metal first down and 10 here for the Eagles at the 37-yard line. And you're right, I was wrong there. They have put in a new running back.
Reminds me a lot of Jacob Butler.
Two receivers, like that, one to the left, three to the right. Here's a pass play. It is complete to the 20, to the 15, to the 10, to the 5, and into the end zone. Cosby has put 6 on the board. Touchdown, Eagles, on the pass completion to Cody Earls.
Very poor coverage that time. That was Bryce Rogers on the coverage. Got caught looking into the backfield, and just all of a sudden his man's way too far gone and can't catch up to him. Excellent thrown pass. Touchdown.
Now, Cosby, trailing by 2, will probably have to go for 2 here. They're going to send 3 receivers to the left side, 1 to the right. Again, back to the left side of Lillard as he stands in a gun. Lillard drops, pumps, throws, off into the flat. 2-point conversion is good. Time out of the field with 6:52 left to go. Our new score, it is Cumberland Gap 8, Cosby 8.
College. It can seem a million miles away. But what if you could get help with your tuition expenses? Get help filling out all those applications and finding a major that fits. All of a sudden, the impossible becomes possible. Visit collegefortn.org today. College. You can get there from here.
Cosby's last scoring drive, 2 plays, 54 yards, 29 seconds off the clock. These are the 2 plays. It was a 17-yard run by Addison Fancher, who did not get the start tonight for the Eagles, and then a 37-yard pass from Lillard to Cody Earls. And just like that, Cosby, they didn't score on their opening drive, but they tied it up on the second.
Absolutely. Excellent quarterback play we've seen thus far from both teams. We just watched Cumberland Gap go down the field. Ellison had a bunch of just right where you got to have them kind of passes, and Andrew Lillard on that drive for Cosby, 2 excellent touch passes. He put it right on the money, so we might just see a quarterback duel tonight.
This will be the Eagles be kicking off here. It'll be the first time the Eagles have kicked off. As they will, I believe that is Tyler Rich back to kick off for Cosby. He gets a good kick. It's going to be touched, and Cumberland Gap's going to pick this up. The clock will be running as Panthers pick it up to the 15, to the 20, block to the 25, to the 30, and eventually being wrapped around and taken down near to the 35-yard line goes the Panthers. And Cumberland Gap will have the ball in pretty good field position. Same place they started the last drive with a K&K Metal first down and 10.
Not bad. I was actually going to say Tyler Rich. He got about a 10-yard run and go before he kicked that ball. I felt like I was waiting forever, but it's well worth it. He's got quite a leg.
Now the Panthers scored on their opening drive. Let's see if they can do the same here on their second drive. Again, we've talked about it a little bit in the open. We saw them last week. When Cumberland Gap can get out of their own way, they're a good team. They're talented.
Absolutely. There's a lot of talent. The offensive line for Cumberland Gap is just a big front as well. We don't have their stats on the sides, but they got a big offensive line that they've been really quiet this year.
To K&K Metal first down and 10. 2 receivers off to either side. Shotgun formation. Ellison. Filling pressure. Sacked. Ellison sacked back at the 20, back at the 30-yard line.
Definitely can't start having this happen again. Ellison, he's probably still sore from last week when Cumberland Gap give up at least 5 or 6 sacks, and already tonight we have one here early in the first quarter.
Second down and 15 upcoming here for the Panthers. Second down, 15 for Cumberland Gap out of the huddle. 2 receivers left side, 2 to the right. Again, Ellison stands in a gun, has it back to his left side. Cosby with 3 down linemen bringing pressure. Ellison throws across the middle, incomplete. Off the hands of Tyler Thompson, but Ellison right now has got about a 2 Mississippi before he gets rid of that.
Absolutely, and still, even under pressure, Ellison put that ball exactly where he had to put it. Just happened to fall off the hands of the receiver. Excellent throw in the face of pressure. But yes, we're starting to see Cumberland Gap's O-line have the same woes they had last week.
We talked about the size of their defensive linemen. I'm over here on the left side. Bryson Valentine, 6'5", 290. He's not even in a down set. He's essentially running from the go. On third down and 15, Ellison's got to roll off left side. He's sacked again. Ellison taken down at about the 20-yard line, and Cumberland Gap playing behind the chains will be forced to 4th down and long.
Absolutely. Cosby has figured out the Achilles heel of Cumberland Gap's offense, and that being the offensive line thus far. They come out early. They've already got 2 sacks. They're putting a lot of speed coming off the edge, and Cumberland Gap has had no answer for that this year.
It'll be 4th down and a while. Cosby sends Bryce Poe, number 1, back to receive this punt. And I believe Help will be back to punt for Cumberland Gap here. Interesting formation, but the punt will be off. It's going to be a short punt. Takes a bounce and will not make it out of Panther territory. It'll eventually take a Cumberland Gap roll to about the Panther 46.
Boy, that last drive, as good as the first drive looked for Cumberland Gap, the last one was that bad. Ellison's already took quite a beating just in one series. Let's see how Cosby will come out and fare on their second drive after they had on their third drive after that last drive was just a really solid one.
Kane came out on 1st down and 10 here for the Eagles. Ball over on the far hash mark. Again, we are tying at 8. Both teams scoring. Cumberland Gap on their first drive on a 1-yard run by McGridge, and then it was Cosby on their second drive on a 37-yard pass into the hands of Cody Earls. Cosby will send 3 receivers to the left side, 1 to the right. Shotgun formation here with a back to the left side. Lillard drops, looking, goes down the right sideline. It's going to be incomplete, just out of the outstretched hands of his intended receiver. It looks to be Poe, but Lillard, for a sophomore, has got a gun.
Absolutely, and that was, again, a nice touch. But I thought he was actually going to get the ball to him, and that's something we don't see a lot of senior quarterbacks doing, is being able to throw the ball 40, 50 yards down the sideline and put it on the money like that. That was a well-thrown ball.
The incompletion will bring up 2nd down here for Cosby. 1 receiver to the left side. Again, they'll send 3 to the right. Lillard in the gun, has it back to his right side. Cosby. This is going to be bringing it this way to the 45 on the run. This is Dobbs inside the 45 to about the 43-yard line. Gain of 3 on the run will bring up 3rd down.
Christian Crowder again, already with his 3rd tackle. He's going to have to be a force for this defense tonight, especially against the Cosby team that thus far looks like they're really going to try and make their living running the ball.
Probably one of the more balanced offenses we've seen in a while, though.
I think so. I feel like most of their plays tend to hinge off the run being successful.
Call it 3rd down and call it 6. 1 receiver to the left side, 3 to the right. Again, this is Lillard. 2-step drop goes across the middle, incomplete. Threw it into traffic and could not find his receiver. Looked to have been Joseph Freshour. They bring up 4th down.
Again, though, if you're a quarterback, you go over there, you tell Joseph that you got your hands on it, I need you to catch it. And that's always the rule with the receiver, is if you get your hands on it, try and haul it in.
And looks like Cosby will punt for the first time this evening.
I like the call. How well your defense played on the last possession.
Cosby has Thompson back to receive as he'll put his back heels on the 10. And it looks like Cosby's going to send, is that Danny Leo? I believe it's Danny Leo, number 67, back to punt. Low snap. And his knee was down when he caught the ball. What a mistake here. That is actually Tyler Rich, 61, not 67, but the snap was low. When Rich went down to pick it up, he lowered and put his knee on the turf. So instead of getting that big punt off, a mistake by the Eagles will give the Panthers the ball inside Eagle territory at the 45.
Now you've got to make something happen with this. That's just a mental error, and it's just a reaction. Anytime you see the ball on the ground, your reactions, you got to pick it up quick, and he just happened to go to a knee to do so.
What a mistake. So the Panthers will have it on a Kane came out of 1st down and 10 with 4:03 left to go here inside of the first quarter. Again, still tied at 8 points. 3 receivers to the left side, 1 to the right. Ellison getting in the gun, has it back to his right side. Ellison, quarterback draw up middle to the 45, still breaking some tackles to the 40, and he'll be eventually taken down near the 40-yard line for a gain of right at 5.
I expect to see Ellison have a lot of this tonight. He looked very impressive running the football last week. They need to get the ball in his hands and get him going forward, because a lot of times him sitting back in a lot of these long passing routes, he just get beat.
Second down and 5. 3 receivers to the left side, 1 to the right. Again, this is Ellison in the gun, has it back now to his right side. Ellison, pitch out. There's the option to the 40, to the 35, to the 30, big block to the 25, flags all over the place. As going down was Mugridge, but this one's going to be coming back.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. You got a wide receiver out there trying to get a good block in space and just happened to grab the jersey.
Mugridge eventually took the ball down to about the 21-yard line, but it's going to be a penalty against Cumberland Gap. And you can see there on the television side, Coach Russell pleading the case. So I believe this one should be 10 yards from the spot. And they're going to mark it back at about the 33-yard line, which will still be good enough for a Cumberland Gap first down.
Excellent play that time to call the option, the speed option out here towards us, because Cosby's teeing off on your quarterback, so get him on the move and then all of a sudden just get the ball out of his hand.
Ball now at the 33-yard line for a K&K Metal first down. 3 receivers to the left side, 1 to the right. Again, Ellison in the gun. Now he's going to audible out a little bit. He's still got Mugridge in the backfield with him to his right side. Ellison. Here he's going to run himself again, and there's going to be a flag on the play. This should be an interesting call. It came from the back judge. Surely it's not a delay of game. It is going to be a delay of game against Cumberland Gap. So that'll put him back to the 38-yard line. And Cosby will take a timeout. We'll take this one with 2:50 left to go first quarter. Our score, it is Cumberland Gap 8, Cosby 8.
Pinnacle Performance Physical Therapy wants you to know you have a choice where to receive physical and occupational therapy. We take an individualized approach to treating people of all ages. Our therapist's goal is to assist all patients by reaching their pinnacle performance in school, work, and play. We have state-of-the-art equipment such as our Alter-G anti-gravity treadmill, used to rehabilitate injuries and pain throughout the body's lower extremities. Contact us for an appointment at 423-869-9923. Pinnacle Performance Physical Therapy, 362 Catalpa Avenue, Harrogate.
Back out to Cumberland Gap High School on a special Thursday night edition of the Old Town Grill Game of the Week. We got 2:50 left to go here inside of the first quarter, tied up at 8 points apiece as Cosby just called their first timeout of the first half. Cumberland Gap out of the timeout will be faced with first down and 15 after the delay of game penalty. And again, that's what we talked about all first quarter so far, Asher. Cumberland Gap has to get out of their own way.
Absolutely. You get delay of games. You just have a wide receiver blocking downfield, gets called for holding. That's things you cannot happen to have a successful drive.
On first down and 15, 4 wide. Ellison now sends a man in motion from the right to the left. Pitch forward to the 35 and eventually being taken down to about the 32-yard line as the pitch forward was thrown to Thompson.
Little shovel option play that time. You don't see that a lot. You get a guy coming in motion. You've got an underneath guy that you can pitch down the line to, and you've got a guy running that you can pitch like a speed option to, or the quarterback can keep it. So it's just a triple option, only it's everybody on the move.
5 yards gets the penalty back, and it'll be second down and 10. 2 receivers off to either side. Both sides are stacked. Ball over on the far hash. Ellison now looks over at Coach Russell, and they're going to change the play once again. Ellison will drop back into the shotgun. Ellison throws quickly on the slant behind his intended receiver, incomplete. Throws it behind, looks like Thompson, and it'll bring up third down.
I'm really liking the option game that Cumberland Gap has going, because Cosby doesn't seem to be playing a lot of really solid assignment football, and that's how you have to stop the option. Everybody's got to account for somebody. Thus far on any given option play, I've not really seen anybody account for anyone other than the quarterback. I like keeping just run the option all the way down the field. It's not hurt you yet.
Third down and 10. 2 receivers left side, 2 again to the right. Ellison in the gun, has it back to his right side. Ellison drops, throws across the middle, incomplete. Too high as he tried to get it into the hands of Preston England, and that'll bring up fourth down.
That one just sailed on him. Preston England is pretty solid coverage, but that one just sailed about 10 yards over everybody's head.
And Cumberland Gap with the ball at the Eagle 35-yard line. Looks like they're going to go for this one. 4th down and 10. Cumberland Gap will send 2 receivers to the left side, 2 to the right. Ellison stands in at quarterback in the gun, hands it back to his right side. Looks like the running back is going to be Matt McRidge. High snap, Ellison throws, screen pattern to McRidge. It's complete to the 30, to the 25. Did he stretch forward to the 24? Did he get enough for the first down? He did not. From my vantage point, he's about a yard short. And it will be first down for Cosby.
Excellent tackle by Addison Fancher. He plays running back on the other side of the ball, chasing down that pass and getting a tackle. If he doesn't get there at the exact moment he does, that's a first down. So excellent open field tackle. I like the play call there. The screen really caught him off guard, but Fancher just had a lot of closing speed.
Just a yard short that time. We'll give Cosby the ball with a K and came out first down and 10 with 1:50 left to go first quarter. Cosby will start him from their 24-yard line here on this drive. 3 receivers to the left side, 1 way out to the right to the far side. Shotgun formation. Back to the left side of Lillard. Handoff. This is Fancher trying to get to the end. Stops, and there's just too many Panthers in the way. They may give Fancher about a half a yard to about the 25, but that'll be about it.
Just running him kind of into the middle there against a lot of opposition is not going to be what he does best. Again, just at 5'5", 130, he's definitely a speed-style running back. He's designed to get in the open field and make something happen.
Second down, let's call it 9 yards to go here for the Eagles. Ball resting at their 25-yard line. 1 receiver to the left side. They're only going to make it 3 receivers to the left side, 1 to the right. Lillard again in the gun. Drops. Looks, goes across the middle. It's complete. Complete out to about the 32-yard line. He got it to Alex Strange.
Nice pass. It was a good completion, good setup, and that's going to make it 3rd and short. What more can you ask for on a 2nd and 10?
7 yards on that. Pass completion brings up, let's call it 3rd down and 3. Again, 3 receivers left side, 1 to the right. Shotgun formation again here for Lillard. Has it back to the left side. Lillard's going to hand off, trying to find a hole. Does so as Cosby to the 40, to the 45-50. Look at the afterburners to the 35-30, 25-20, 15, 10, 5. He can slow down. He's in the end zone. Touchdown, Cosby. Touchdown, Addison Fancher.
Guarantee you, if he gets an open field, he's gone. There's nobody on the field as fast as he is for either team. That was just an unreal afterburner that he's got. And what Cosby saw, I like what they saw. They're just seeing that everybody's spreading out. They're going what looks like a solid man against Cosby. Everybody's on a receiver. Nobody in the middle of the field deep. Let him run.
68 yards on the run by Fancher on what was a 3rd down and 3. And Cosby will set up for the 2-point conversion. 2 receivers to the left side, 2 to the right. Again, shotgun formation. Fancher still in there at running back to the left side of Lillard. Lillard throws across the middle, incomplete. Incomplete. The 2-point conversion is no good. With 22 seconds here left to go, we're just going to hold it because we're getting close to a break. Our new score is Cosby 14. It's Cumberland Gap 8 for Cosby. How do you get the ball in the hands of Fancher in the open field?
You know, they've done it a few times, and really the first touchdown we see Fancher have was just a lot of footwork. He was designed to go to the right. Nothing was there, and he cut it back. That time he finds a crease, and all of a sudden he's gone. I think a lot of the stuff, basically the way Cumberland Gap's playing defense right now, they didn't really level anything up. You've got the first initial wave, and if you beat that, you're gone. And I think that's exactly what Cosby wants for Fancher to be in there, is just if we can get him right past that first level, he's got a good shot of taking it all the way. So I really like what they've been doing, and if you're going to change anything, maybe just some little short passes right over the linebackers. But hey, I'd much rather hand it off than have to pass for it.
Cosby scoring drive, 3 plays, 76 yards, took 1:24 off the clock. Again, was capped off with a 68-yard run by Fancher on 3rd down. This will be Rich to have the kickoff here for Cosby. His first one eventually, I think, rolled to inside the 10 to around the 5. Low line kick, going to have to be picked up, and is finally picked up at the 15, to the 20, to the 25 to the near side, to the 30. Stutter stepped and then tripped up near the 32-yard line. On the return was Thompson. And there's a late flag
That should be an unsportsmanlike.
That was a huge late flag.
I believe this will go against Cumberland Gap. He hit him way late.
And it is going to go against the Panthers.
That was against, I don't see it on our roster, number 30 for Cumberland Gap, whoever that may be.
Don't have a 30 on our current roster here the way we have it, but the 15 yards marked off instead of being started at the 32-yard line. Well, they're still going to have it at the 30, at the 31. Huh. Could it have been a sideline warning? I don't know. 2 receivers left side, 2 to the right here for the Panthers, trailing by 6. Shotgun formation for Ellison. He's going to drop, looks, feels pressure, avoids it, throws, complete to the 35, and this is Thompson going out of bounds at about the 38, 39-yard line.
That was a good job of just getting rid of it before he took a sack. Really stepped up into the pocket that time, found a little breathing room. I thought we was fixing to be looking at a 3rd sack. Finds his safety valve and just delivers it to him for a nice game.
7 seconds left to go here inside of the 1st quarter. It'll be 2nd down and 2. 2 receivers to the left side. Again, 2 to the right. Ball on the near hash mark. Ellison in the gun. He'll move his running back to the left side. Now back to the right. And at running back is Keaton Cornett. Again, Cosby with 3 down linemen. We'll probably bring 5. Ellison, quarterback draw up the middle to the 40, and he's going to get just about that. He's going to push the pile forward to the 1st down marker as the 1st quarter clock expires. Not real sure if they'll give him the 1st down or not, but we'll just figure that out while we're in this break. We've ended 1 quarter here from Bulldog Field. Our score, it is Cosby 14. It is Cumberland Gap 8.
She couldn't wait.
She had imagined the day for as long as she could remember.
The anticipation had been building.
The shopping, the dress, the jewelry.
Celebrating with her friends would be the sign that they had finally made it.
Only, she didn't make it.
According to MAD.org, teen alcohol use kills 4,700 people each year. That's more than all illegal drugs combined.
Car crashes are the leading cause of death for teens, and about a quarter of those crashes involve an underage drinker.
Don't add to these statistics.
Take a stand against underage drinking.
The future is in your hands.
Back out to Panther Field as we get ready to start the 2nd quarter of action. Our score, it's Cosby leading Cumberland Gap 14-8. The last play of the 1st quarter did give Cumberland Gap the 1st down. So they will have a K&K Metal 1st down and 10 starting at their 42-yard line here as we get ready for the start of the 2nd quarter. Panthers will start with 1 receiver to the left side. They'll trip them to the right. 3 receivers. Shotgun formation for Ellison. Got it back to his right side. Ellison drops, looking, feels pressure, sacked. He is going to be sacked back at about the 34-yard line. Very close, however, to a horse collar.
Very close. That was up high, but again, he does not have enough time to really set back there for 3 and 4 seconds. He has to have a clock in his head that tells him it's been about 2.5 seconds. I need to be finding somebody to give this to.
A loss of 9 brings up 2nd down 19. 2 receivers left side, 1 to the right. Again, shotgun formation for Ellison. Ellison wanted to play action, throws off, it's complete on the screen to the 30. And then sliding down, not getting his footing on the reception was England.
Right now, Cosby's basically playing a straight-up 5-man front, 2 stand-up DNs. And it seems like about every play they're blitzing one person, be it a safety or a linebacker, and they're basically just trying to outman Cumberland Gap's offensive line. And why not? They've had a lot of struggles there this year. Cumberland Gap really needs to help their O-line with either a tight end or a running back staying in the block.
3rd down and 19. 3 receivers to the right side, 1 to the left, and now Cumberland Gap will take a timeout. We'll take it with them. 10:42 left to go, 1st half. Cosby still leads the Panthers 14-8.
I wanted to be in the military since I was a kid.
I served in the United States Air Force.
I served a total of 16 years.
I was deployed 13 times.
On my second deployment, 4 bombs hit my vehicle.
And at 19 years old, that's the first time I ever saw somebody die.
Coming back, I was raging.
I started having pretty horrible nightmares.
I would wake up in the middle of the night, sweats.
I started drinking a lot.
I felt worthless.
I guess I never recognized it in myself.
Eventually, one day I just walked into the VA hospital and said I'd like to see somebody.
Don't suffer alone. You gotta find that link with somebody that'll make you let it go.
It all starts with going to the VA. There's a whole community of veterans that just want to help you out.
It's for the guys who couldn't come back, so you owe it to them to live well, because they're not here with their families.
Out of the timeout here inside of the first half. There's 10:42 left to go first half. Panthers trail the Eagles 14-8. Faced with 3rd down and 19 out of the timeout. And Asher, this is exactly what Coach Russell was talking about. Cumberland Gap on offense cannot play behind the sticks.
No, and it's not good for any offense. No offensive coordinator sits there and thinks to themselves, boy, I hope it's 3rd and 15 this time. It's just not what you want to do. But some teams are better at it than others, and Cumberland Gap has really struggled this year when they've got behind.
3 receivers to the right side, 1 to the left. Ellison in the gun, drops. Looks across the middle, incomplete. Trying to get it off to Ellison. Almost picked up, to England, almost picked off by Matt Lane. It'll bring up 4th down.
England really should have had that one, hit him in the hands, and then almost intercepted by Fancher. Had his hands on it too, so Cumberland Gap, I would think, he was going to be forced to punt.
Cumberland Gap will be punting. Bryce Poe back deep for the Eagles. It'll be Helton to have the punt here for the Panthers. Helton needs another good punt here. Had a horrible night last week in the rain. Good snap. Helton gets a good kick this time. Spirals, and Poe will take it at the 31. Goes to the far sideline and misses the first tackle to the 35. Gets a block to the 40, to the 45, to the 50, and eventually knocked out of bounds over on the far sideline near midfield. Here comes another late flag. Way about 20 yards back from where the tackle was.
Gee. That's from the back judge as well.
Tying him up for a scholarship. Blocking the back against Cosby. So the block in the back will move the Cosby possession away from midfield, and the Eagles will now start from their 42-yard line. Cosby starting from their own 42-yard line will have a KK Metal 1st down and 10 with 10:23 left to go inside of the first half. Eagles lead this one 14-8. They have scored 14 unanswered to take the lead. On the KK Metal 1st down and 10, they'll spread the field. 4 wide, 2 to either side. Lillard hands off up the middle and past the 50 inside Cumberland Gap territory to the 46-yard line. Was a beast of a running back.
Number 32, Jacob Jackson. Heard about him in the pregame some. If you listen to the interview, he is the one they were worried about because he's their power back, and he showed you right there dragging half of Cumberland Gap's defense down the field with him.
He got 12 on the run. That's another K&K Metal 1st down and 10. 1 receiver to the right side, or to the left side, 3 to the right. Lillard hands off. This is Jackson again, just breaking tackles to the 45, to the 40. Near the chains, gets past the first down marker, past the 35, over on the far sideline to about the 32, 33-yard line.
I really like what Cosby's doing here with their personnel in the sense that we've seen different running backs throughout the evening. They're going to need that where they played the game on Monday. That's got to be something that they planned on coming in, is just trying to get a rotation with these, and they've got some skilled running backs. We've already seen Fancher. Now all of a sudden, Jacob Jackson's looking like a beast, like you said, back there at running back. So they're going to try and get a rotation. I think keep them as fresh as they can.
14 yards on that run brings up another K&K Metal 1st down. Again, 4 wide, 2 to either side. Lillard going to hand off again to the 35, coming to the near side, to the 30, to the 25, to the 20, dragging people inside the 20 to about the 18-yard line again is Jackson. 5'8", 185-pound running back is just mulling over people.
he runs like he weighs about 250 of solid muscle, too. I mean, he just is running people over right now. I think it's caught Cumberland Gap a little bit off guard because you had Fancher with all this speed. You're trying to chase him and get to him. Jackson will bring it right to you.
Jackson's last 3 runs, 12, 14, and 14. And it sets up McCain came out first, down to 10 at the Panther 18. 4 wide, and Cumberland Gap will take their second timeout.
It's the Old Town Grill.
The Old Town Grill is a special place where you bring more than family, more than friends. Bring a hearty appetite, because at the Old Town Grill, you'll never walk away hungry. A delicious change from the ordinary. The perfect place to bring the entire family. The best food and plenty of it. Join the fun and treat your appetite to something special.
It's the OTG.
The OTG is the place to be.
Make K&K Metal Sales your only stop for all your residential and commercial metal building needs. For the past 23 years, K&K Metal Sales has covered the tri-state area with quality custom roofing and siding with many grades, gauges, and colors in stock. If you're looking for complete steel or wood building packages or steel or wood trusses, K&K Metal Sales can help with that, as well as heavy-duty custom carports. Great folks and great prices. Stop by K&K Metal Sales located at 6986 Cumberland Gap Parkway or call 423-869-4261.
Here on the first half, we'll take this one with him as well. 9 minutes left to go. Cosby still leads 14-8. 9 minutes left to go inside of the first half. Again, Cosby leads Cumberland Gap 14-8. Now, Self and Asher were talking there during the break. The 3 different running backs Cosby's used tonight. Starter was John Dobbs, 5'5", 145. Second one in was Addison Fancher at 5'5", 130. Now it's in Jacob Jackson, 5'8", 185. We've talked about Thunder and Lightning. Jackson's the Thunder.
Absolutely. I mean, you know what he's going to do when he gets it. He's going to get it, and he's going to be a power-type runner, and he's going to run you right over. But that still doesn't mean you can stop it. That's two totally different things, knowing what somebody's going to do versus being able to stop it.
DeCane came out first, down to 10, out of Cumberland Gap's second timeout. 2 receivers off to either side. Lillard in the gun has Jackson with him. Lillard drops, sets up to try to get it to Jackson, and it's incomplete. Cumberland Gap brought the pressure and forced the incompletion.
Looked like it was designed to be a screen, but Lillard, the young sophomore, needs to remember you got to back up on screen. I don't know of a single screen play where you tell your quarterback to stand there and just get annihilated right as you throw.
He's not dropped back much at all night.
No, not really. It's all been a lot of one-step, just catch-release kind of plays.
3 receivers on the left side, 1 to the right here on second down. Lillard again in the gun. He's going to hand off to Jackson. Jackson bouncing off some tackles, but Cumberland Gap's going to have him wrapped up at about the line of scrimmage to force third down. Give Jackson 1.
And Cumberland Gap is selling out to stop the run when Jackson's in. So we're going to see the sub here because the helmet come off. But you're basically looking at just some man coverage across the board, and I'm not seeing a Cumberland Gap defender on the last couple of plays that was any deeper than about 6-7 yards.
Third down, let's call it 9. Addison Fancher checks into the lineup for Cosby. 1 receiver right side, 3 to the left. Lillard in the gun, takes the snap, hands off Fancher. Fancher finds a hole. He's got to put some speed on, but he's not going to be. Oh, he breaks the tackle. Back to the middle of the field, to the 15, to the 10, to the 5, and Fancher somehow does a dipsy-do and tricks Cumberland Gap, and he's in the end zone for another 6.
They had him wrapped up. He should have been on the ground a couple of times. But you got to hold on to him. You can't just assume because you make contact he's going to go down. He's a small back, but he stays on his feet really well.
Fancher, as we said, since 5'5", makes it a little bit harder for players that are taller than him to wrap him up. He used his speed, found a secondary hole, and puts it in from 17 yards out. And Cosby will increase their lead. They're going to go for 2 here. 3 receivers left side, 1 to the right. Lillard drops, pumps, throws, incomplete. Trying to bring it over to the near side to Poe, and it was broken up, but that brings us to a timeout of the field. 8:04 left to go here inside of the first half. Our new score, it is Cosby 20. It is Cumberland Gap 8.
College. It can seem a million miles away. But what if you could get help with your tuition expenses? Get help filling out all those applications and finding a major that fits. All of a sudden, the impossible becomes possible. Visit collegefortn.org today. College. You can get there from here.
Cosby's scoring drive, 6 plays, 58 yards, took 2 minutes and 19 seconds off the clock, and they put a little distance between themselves and the Panthers. They now scored 20 unanswered, and they lead Cumberland Gap 20-8. Asher, if there's ever a drive Cumberland Gap's got to get points on the board, this may be it.
Absolutely. They've had a lot of success on offense thus far tonight. They have to protect their quarterback, and on defense, they're going to have to make some adjustments. You've got to get out of playing this solid man coverage and having nobody deep to help.
And I say that not because they need points, but I say that because they need momentum.
Absolutely.
They're not out of this, but they got to have momentum. This kick is going to be high and fumbled. It is at the 37-yard line. They're going to pile it up right in front of the Cumberland Gap bench, and I'm not sure who's going to come out of there with it. The officials are going to unpile everybody, and they're going to look toward, it's going to be Cumberland Gap ball. It is Cumberland Gap's football after that. That is a big break for the Panthers.
Very lucky to come up with that.
It was kind of a pooched, popped-up kick, and you don't know if, and I don't know which Cumberland Gap player was there, but you don't know if they maybe saw footsteps or what, or just took their eyes off the ball. But when you bobble like that, you know, first off, you may get a big hit. Secondly, you just got to catch that.
Right, but that's something you got to work on special teams, is when it's popped up that way, you can eliminate the threat of the big hit by just waving for a fair catch.
This is true.
All you got to do is fair catch. They can't hit you.
K&K Metal first down and 10 for the Panthers, since 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Here's the option. Ellison runs right at the line and will lose a yard.
Either Ellison misread it or decided he wanted to run, one of the two. Either way, they have taken away the quarterback run option all night. The option, that play would have been big yardage had he have pitched. Ellison has to understand that almost every time they run any kind of option, he's not going to be the one who keeps it.
Second down, let's call it 10 yards to go again. 2 receivers to the left side and 2 to the right. Ellison, again in the shotgun, has it back to his left side. Ellison rolling left side, feeling some pressure. He's going to take off himself. He is taken down about the 37-yard line for a gain of 2. And now we've got a stoppage. Cosby takes a timeout here. Interesting time to take a timeout here for the Eagles. That'll be their second timeout here of the first half. Both teams now with only 1 timeout remaining as we go forward. It's going to be a big third down, Asher. It's going to be third down. Let's call it 8 yards to go here for the Panthers. You're already trailing 20-18. It's only 2 touchdowns, but you got to wonder, again, both these teams out of playoff contention. Both teams looking for their first regional win. They're playing very loose. Would you potentially go for it right here?
I think it all depends on what you think you want to do with it. We already saw Cosby one time going to punt and get some great field position for their defense to make a stop, and all of a sudden the punter accidentally takes it. You never really know what's going to happen. I think at this point in the game, you still punt, because Cosby's proven they score really quick. They can score in about a minute, minute and a half, so 7 minutes is a really long time anyway. I don't know. I mean, I guess you just have to see what your fourth down is going to be, but either way, I really still like the option if they'd run it.
It's third down and 8. 3 receivers to the left, to the right, 1 to the left. This is Ellison rolling off right side, stops, looking, throws. It's complete inside Cosby territory to the 45 to the 40. This is England inside the 40 to about the 38-yard line. He went up the elevator to get that catch.
And that makes all that conversation about it irrelevant, about the fourth down irrelevant. Great catch by England. Ellison stood in there to the last possible second, threw it, did a good job of getting rid of that thing right before he got hit.
They'll reverse the field. 26 yards on the pass completion gives Cumberland Gap a K&K Metal first down and 10 in Cosby territory at the 37. 3 receivers to the left side, 1 to the right. Again, Ellison stands in a gun. As Coronet in the backfield with him to his left side. This is Ellison. Quarterback draw up the middle, finds a hole to the right to the 35 to the 30. He's got some wheels to the 25-20, 15-10. Cosby will catch him from behind inside the 10 at about the 7-yard line.
Best run we've seen from the quarterback position all night. They finally drew up something, got him into some open field. Ellison's got some wheels if he can get going.
Mark the ball to 7 for a K&K Metal first down, goal to go. 30 yards on that last draw play by Ellison. They'll stack the receivers, trips on the left side, one receiver way out on the right. Ellison again in the gun, has it back to his left side. Ellison rolls off left side, looking, throws it complete into the end zone. Touchdown, Cumberland Gap. Touchdown, Tyler Thompson.
Nice read that time by Ellison, finding his open receiver. Thompson was peeking right at the goal line, and he just put the ball right where he had to.
And I believe Cumberland Gap will probably go for 2 here. I'll go ahead and say it. I don't think we're going to see an extra point attempted all night.
I sincerely doubt it.
Cumberland Gap sets up their offense here as they'll attempt to go for 2. Right now they trail by 6. This can bring them within 4. 2 receivers stacked to the left side, 2 receivers stacked to the right. Ellison in the gun, has it back to his left side. They got to watch, make sure they don't get delayed a game here. Ellison drops, looks, throws. 2-point conversion is completed and good. As catching it was Preston England. Time out of the field, 6:08 left to go. Our new score, it is Cosby 20. It is Cumberland Gap 16.
Pinnacle Performance Physical Therapy wants you to know you have a choice where to receive physical and occupational therapy. We take an individualized approach to treating people of all ages. Our therapist's goal is to assist all patients by reaching their pinnacle performance in school, work, and play. We have state-of-the-art equipment such as our Alter-G anti-gravity treadmill, used to rehabilitate injuries and pain throughout the body's lower extremities. Contact us for an appointment at 423-869-9923. Pinnacle Performance Physical Therapy, 362 Catalpa Avenue, Harrogate.
6:08 left to go here inside of the first half. Cumberland Gap just scored on a 5-play, 64-yard drive. It took 1:58 off the clock. And the Panthers right back in this one. They trail by 4, 20-16. That was a good drive.
Absolutely. It's exactly what the doctor ordered. They needed it at that point in time, too, because you got to feel like if Cosby gets the ball there and all of a sudden goes down and scores again, you're looking at a 3-possession game. Cumberland Gap might be out of it. Now all of a sudden they go down and score. We're thinking it's 3rd and long. They go down and score, and we're right back into a ball game.
Still halfway through, still half of the second quarter left to go here, as Helton will be kicking off. Helton, short kick over on the far side, picked up at the 31. Eagles up the middle to about the 37, 38-yard line. That's where Cosby will start. For Cosby, what are you going to do? You run or you pass? If you run, which one of your horses are you going to run with?
Well, that's a very good question because both of them have been effective thus far. Looks like I see the big boy's back.
Yeah. Number 32 for Cosby, Jacob Jackson.
They basically just run solid pistol formation when he's in.
On a K, came out of 1st down and 10. 3 receivers to the right side, 1 to the left. Handoff, Jackson up the middle to the 40, and he runs right into the pile and still picks up a few yards to about the 40, about the 41.5-yard line, a gain of 2.
With how much success Cosby's had running the football, you have to think at some point these linebackers are biting hard. You have to think at some point we're going to see a play action.
I think you're right, and we've seen that the sophomore Lillard has an arm and he can find his receivers. 2nd down, and it's calling 8. 1 receiver to the left side, 3 again to the right. Shotgun formation this time for Lillard. He drops, looking, throwing down the single wide coverage. It is complete to the 30, to the 25, fighting to the 20, to the 15, to the 10, to the 5, and into the end zone. Touchdown Cosby. Touchdown Cody Earls. How Asher did he do that?
I have no idea. First of all, excellently thrown football. These might be some of the most accurate passes we've seen all year. We've seen a lot of good teams play. But Lillard put it exactly where he had to, and after that, that's all the receiver. He went down the field and looked again like number 5, Bryce Rogers, was trying his best to get it to strip the football instead of securing the tackle. And I'm sorry, but at that point in the open field, you always have to just get him down. He's already caught the pass, but he tried to strip it, and as he did, he couldn't get him on the ground. Receiver breaks free for a touchdown.
Earls breaks the tackle. The pass is good enough for 59 yards, and now Cosby will go for 2. It's going to be Lillard himself on the keeper. He's into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is good. Time out of the field. Once again, we'll take it. 5:13 left to go. Our new score, it is Cosby 28. It is Cumberland Gap 16.
She couldn't wait.
She had imagined the day for as long as she could remember.
The anticipation had been building.
The shopping, the dress, the jewelry.
Celebrating with her friends would be the sign that they had finally made it.
Only, she didn't make it.
According to MAD.org, teen alcohol use kills 4,700 people each year. That's more than all illegal drugs combined.
Car crashes are the leading cause of death for teens, and about a quarter of those crashes involve an underage drinker.
Don't add to these statistics.
Take a stand against underage drinking.
The future is in your hands.
5:13 left to go, first half. Cosby leads Cumberland Gap 28-16. The Eagles' last drive, 2 plays, 61 yards, took 55 seconds off the clock. Again, the big 59-yard pass to Earl down the left sideline was what set it off.
Absolutely, that was beautiful. You said that he broke a tackle to get in the end zone. I think he broke the same one about 4 times, it looked like. I don't know how he did get shoved out of bounds, too. I mean, we couldn't see the line, but I thought he got pushed out.
So now Cosby will be set back to kick this one off. In the first half, it seems like it has taken almost forever. We've already played 1 hour of actual time, and we still have over 5 minutes left to go. This kick is end over end and out of bounds. Now, I thought the last one was going to go out of bounds. This one does, and Cumberland Gap will start from their 35-yard line.
They also caught on to that trick, seeing as we had a fair catch called for as well. I told you, if you're worried about the hit, you can eliminate that risk by calling the fair catch when it's popped up in the air. And now you got to do is make a solid catch, which is still hard. I mean,
yes,
they're all coming at you, and you know if you bobble it, they're going to be on top of you. But you know they're not just going to run down the field and decleat you.
Let's face it, even though you throw the hand up, there's still a couple of those players that may not care.
Oh, absolutely. But at least now it's a penalty. I mean,
true. Ball at the 35-yard line will be a Kane. Came out first down and 10 here for Cumberland Gap. They're going to stack the lines here. 2 receivers to either side, close to the offensive line. Shotgun formation for Ellison. Looking to get the 3-down lineman. Ellison drops, got some pressure. Now he's going to roll off right side, throws. It is complete to the 45 and fumbles the football. Luckily, Tyler Thompson had nobody around him, and he just picks it up at the 46. Even with all that, he does pick up another Kane Middle first down.
Boy, that was close. Credit to Grass Monster with a fumble there, I guess.
You know, usually we give him credit for the tackle.
The tackle, that was a fumble. It popped up out of nowhere.
11 yards on the pass completion brings up another Kane Middle first down and 10. Again, 2 receivers to the left side. This stack on to the 2 to the right as well stacked. Ellison will be in the shotgun, and at running back is Keaton Cornett. Not seen Cornett really run the ball much tonight, so he's not much of a running threat, maybe more of a blocking back. Cosby. This is going to be option play. This is Ellison in Cosby territory to the 35 to the 30. Using the block to the 25 to the 20 to the 15 to the 10 to the 5. Don't know if he got to the 5-yard line as he was pushed out of bounds. We'll see where they'll mark him out at. Good use, however, of the wide receiver block.
That was an example of the right offensive play call against the right defensive play call. The defense blitzed on the near side to us. They ran the opposite side where there wasn't any protection left anymore. It's just one of those where the 2 plays sync up and the offense comes out on top.
46 yards on the quarterback draw. Puts Cumberland Gap at the Cosby 8-yard line for a first down. This is Ellison rolling off left side. Looking, throws. It is low. It is complete. It's in the end zone. Touchdown, Cumberland Gap once again. Touchdown, Preston, England.
Seeing a lot of fight out of both these teams. Again, said it earlier, we might get into a quarterback shootout with how both of them were playing early, and it looks like that's just carrying on here into the second quarter.
Cumberland Gap still playing from behind. They're going to go for 2 here as they trail 28-22. 1 receiver to the right side. trips up on the line to the left. Ellison, low snap, looking. He's going to run with it this time. He's to the 5, bringing it back to the middle of the field. He's in the end zone. 2-point conversion is good. Time out of the field. 3:58 left to go first half. Our new score, it is Cosby 28. It is the Panthers 24.
I wanted to be in the military since I was a kid.
I served in the United States Air Force.
I served a total of 16 years.
I was deployed 13 times.
On my second deployment, 4 bombs hit my vehicle.
And at 19 years old, that's the first time I ever saw somebody die.
Coming back, I was raging.
I started having pretty horrible nightmares.
I would wake up in the middle of the night, sweats.
I started drinking a lot.
I felt worthless.
I guess I never recognized it in myself.
Eventually, one day I just walked into the VA hospital and said I'd like to see somebody.
Don't suffer alone. You got to find that link with somebody that'll make you let it go.
It all starts with going to the VA. There's a whole community of veterans that just want to help you out.
It's for the guys who couldn't come back, so you owe it to them to live well, because they're not here with their families.
$3:58 left to go first half. Cumberland Gap's last scoring drive, 3 plays, 65 yards, 1:15 off the clock. They now trail by 4, 28-24. The last 4 drives between these two squads have all been touchdowns.
And again, it feels like it could set up into one of those shootouts, come down to the wire.
At this rate, we're going to have to bring out the record book at halftime just to keep up with it. Here's an onside kick by Cumberland Gap, and it's going to be recovered.
He touched it well before the line.
They're going to give it to him. Kicks from the 40. They're going to say he caught it at the 49-yard line. It went 11 according to the officials, and Cumberland Gap's going to have the onside kick, and it came out first down.
Excellent break for Cumberland Gap, because I'm sitting almost right at the 50, and it looked like he had the ball in his hands at about the 48 or so and just lunged across to the 50. So they'll have the ball here again. If they can go down and punch it and try and regain this lead, their offense looked great on the last drive.
Cosby caught watching. Cumberland Gap will have the ball at the Eagle 49-yard line for a K and came out of first down and 10. 3:53 left to go first half. Panthers have 1 timeout remaining as they trail by 4. 2 receivers off to either side. They're stacked. Ellison resetting the play. Stands in a gun, has it back to his right side. Ellison, quarterback draw. Right side of the 45 over to the far sideline. He gets the first down as he goes out of bounds at about the 30. Caught the 39-yard line, really close to the first down marker. I thought he got closer, farther away than that, but they will give him the first down.
Same play that set him up with a touchdown on the last drive. He didn't score on it, but he got a decent gain. And here again, we see him come right back to it for about a 10, 12-yard gain.
So he was actually marked to the 37, 12 yards on the run. Brings up a K and came out of first down and 10. 2 receivers left side, 2 to the right. Again, this is Ellison in the gun. Dropping, looking. Here comes pressure. He doesn't see it. He throws across the middle. It's complete off the tip to the 15, to the 10. Inside the 10, near the 5-yard line. On the reception was Brandon Helton. Good concentration by Helton.
Absolutely. The tip drill, that really I thought was fixing to be an interception and really should have been. Defender gets his hands on it. Nice concentration. Like you said, Helton just bringing that ball in off the tip drill. That's harder to do than a lot of people think it is.
33 yards on the pass completion down to the 4-yard line. It's a Kane came out of first down, goal to go here for the Panthers. Knocking on the door, trying to go ahead of the Eagles. They'll send 2 receivers to the right side, 2 to the left. Ellison move his running back to the left side. Again, it looks to be Cornett, number 9. Ellison. 2-step drop, throws off. It is completed into the end zone. Touchdown, Cumberland Gap. Once again, touchdown, Preston, England.
We've seen them go to this place several times. It's just an up and out. And all the slot receivers do is running up. The other guys running the out route. And they've hit Preston, England on that about 2 or 3 times already this game for either a 2-point conversion or and he's got 2 touchdowns on that.
Cumberland Gap again will set up for the 2-point conversion. They currently lead by 2, 30-28. 2 receivers to the left side, 2 to the right here for Ellison, trying to make it a 4-point contest. Score comes with 2:53 left to go here inside of the first half. The receivers are stacked on each side. Ellison rolls off right side. Looking, gets hit in the huddle, and will eventually just go down. 2-point conversion, no good. Timeout on the field, however, our new score. It is Cumberland Gap 30. It is Cosby 28.
I wanted to be in the military since I was a kid.
I served in the United States Air Force.
I served a total of 16 years.
I was deployed 13 times.
On my second deployment, 4 bombs hit my vehicle.
And at 19 years old, that's the first time I ever saw somebody die.
Coming back, I was raging.
I started having pretty horrible nightmares.
I would wake up in the middle of the night, sweats.
I started drinking a lot.
I felt worthless.
I guess I never recognized it in myself.
Eventually, one day I just walked into the VA hospital and said I'd like to see somebody.
Don't suffer alone. You got to find that link with somebody that'll make you let it go.
It all starts with going to the VA. There's a whole community of veterans that just want to help you out.
It's for the guys who couldn't come back, so you owe it to them to live well, because they're not here with their families.
.253 left to go here inside of the first half. Cumberland Gap's last scoring drive, 3 plays, 49 yards, took exactly 1 minute off the clock. And the trend continues. We've now had 5 consecutive scoring drives between these two squads. Cumberland Gap using the onside kick on that last one to take the lead back. They lead this one 30-28.
I would think that Cosby would be well prepared for the onside kick here.
Do you attempt to go for another one and kick it to one of the sides?
I don't know about this because you know they're waiting on
it. It's going to be on the ground, picked up, and Cosby was down the near sideline to the 45, caught the 46-yard line. Heads up play by number 15, Michael Darby of Cosby.
This will set him up in excellent field position. I wouldn't be surprised to see Cosby go for something deep here. They've had a lot of success throwing the ball down the field. See them go for the deep pass here, see if they can't reestablish some of that momentum they had.
There is 2:48 left to go here inside of the first half. Again, Cumberland Gap leads Cosby by 30-28. Cosby, like Cumberland Gap, has 1 timeout remaining here inside of the first half.
Oh, there's no need talking about timeouts. 2.5 minutes with the game we've been watching. It might be another 20 points each way by the time we get there.
3 receivers to the left side, 1 to the right here on a K&K Metal first down. 3-step drop down the right sideline, looking. It is incomplete. Intended receiver was Bryce Poe.
Really had a feeling they would try it deep, and then you have Gage Ellison on the coverage. Excellent job defending that pass. He was right where he had to be. Almost come up with an interception. That would have been a hard play to make, but excellent coverage nonetheless.
2nd down and 10. You almost feel like the momentum has shifted to Cumberland Gap. This is a team that's got confidence right now.
Yes, and that's something they have not had all year.
2nd down and 10. 3 receivers to the left side. Again, 1 to the right is Poe out here by himself. Lillard stands in the gun, has it back to his right side. Lillard hands off, misdirection to the 45, and Cumberland Gap, no, breaking the tackle. This is Fancher to the 50, and eventually gets spun down and still inside the chains at the 47.
You can't ever call Fancher down until you see him on the ground and the referee blows the whistle. He is one of the more elusive backs that we've watched all season. Every time you think he's going down, he just finds a way to spin out of a tackle.
It'll be 3rd down and 3 here for Cosby. Approaching 2 minutes left to go here inside of the first half against Cumberland Gap lead this one 30-28. 3 receivers to the right side, 1 to the left. Ball on the far hash mark. Lillard in the gun. Hands off. Nope, Lillard's going to take it himself to the 45, gets the first down to the 40, to the 35, inside the 35, near the 32-yard line.
Good run by Lillard. He's another effective weapon they have running the football when they give it to him. Now, he's going to be on limited carries, and I understand why, because he's got a heck of an arm, and you've already got 3 or 4 good running backs, but also just another weapon they have on the ground.
Ball now at the 32-yard line for a K&K Metal first down and 10. 1 receiver to the left side, again 3 to the right here for the Eagles. Shotgun formation for Lillard, has it back to his left side. Lillard drops, looks, pressure as he throws it. Is it complete? Nope, incomplete. Like I said, it was incomplete, intended for Alex Strange.
the pressure really affected that throw. He got hit right before he released the ball, so it kind of floated on him.
Probably for Cosby, it's probably a good thing it was incomplete, because they would have wasted so much time on essentially, maybe 1 yard?
Yes, and really lucky that there was really nobody in the area that passed, because the way that thing sailed, if it had been over the middle, it could have been an interception.
2nd down and 10. This time they'll send 4 wide, 2 to either side. Literally again in the gun, looks like Fancher to his right side. Man in motion now from the left to the right. It's going to be a jet sweep from the near side of the 35 to the 30, to the 25, to the 20. Sutter stepping down the near sideline, trying to breaking some tackles. Finally out of bounds near the 12-yard line. On the run was Cody Earls. And they're telling the chains to stop. There's a hold against Cosby. Flag at about the 27-yard line will take away a huge play here for Cosby and finally put the Eagles behind the chain.
That's unfortunate for Cosby. It takes away a huge running play. We saw Cumberland Gap have one of those earlier.
After the penalty, they'll be at the 37-yard line. Now we'll bring up 2nd down. Let's call it 15. Clock will run. As we approach, and now we go under 1 minute remaining left here inside of the first half. Again, Cosby with 1 timeout remaining, so does Cumberland Gap.
They don't seem to be in much of a hurry.
2 receivers left side, 2 to the right. Lillard in the gun, has it back to his left side. Lillard drops, looks across the middle. It's there. It's up in the air and incomplete. As the intended receiver was Michael Darby. It bounced off his shoulder pads and will hit the turf incomplete.
Should have absolutely been a catch. And what happened there, and I see it a lot of times with young receivers, he was anticipating the hit. He already had his eyes down, looking to see where it was coming from, because when you catch one over the middle, that's likely to happen. But either way, if the hit's coming, you're taking it whether you catch it or not, so you might as well catch it.
It'll be 3rd down and 15. 4 wide, 2 to either side. Again, Lillard in the gun, has it back to his left side. Cumberland Gap will now take their 3rd and final timeout here of the first half with 40.5 seconds left to go. Interesting call there. Cosby will have it 3rd down and long here. Cumberland Gap gets the ball first in the second half. I guess at this point you're probably thinking you're not going to have great field position. Let's try to defend this and go to the break with the lead.
Yeah, well, Cumberland Gap gets the ball first?
Cumberland Gap gets the ball first.
I thought Cosby got the ball first.
They got the ball first in the game. Cumberland Gap will get it right. Okay. The second half.
So yeah, I'm like you there as far as field position, which field position may not mean much by the time we get done with this game, seeing as everybody's scoring on some ridiculous 30, 40-yard plays. If I'm Cosby here, though, I love the fact you called timeout for me, because now I get to talk to everybody, and I'm going to set up a 3rd down play, which gets me either the 1st down or close, and I already have the next play lined up, ready to roll if we was to complete it. So Cosby's going to come in well prepared now. I expect to see something around the sticks or deeper. They've had a lot of success working the middle of the field and the very outside as far as the fly patterns go. This trips pattern, I expect to see it maybe come to the single receiver side. They love doing that.
3 receivers left side, 1 to the right, out of the timeout. Lillard again in the gun. Has it back to his left side. Lillard steps, throwing to Poe down the right sideline. It is incomplete, just out of his stretched arms, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Cosby definitely has some tendencies. They're easy enough to pick up on, which I've said that before. When you go trips and you have a receiver by himself, looks like Cosby's taking a timeout now. They're going to talk about this. When you have trips to one side and a singled-out receiver on the other, you either really want to throw him the football or you don't want to throw him the football at all. There's 1 or 2 reasons you put somebody by themselves.
4th down and 15. Cosby calls the timeout. It'll be the 3rd and final timeout of the first half. So I think it's safe to say the Eagles are not going to punt this ball.
No.
You have 33 seconds left to go. Do you go for the end zone or do you go for the 1st down right here?
I would have an option going towards the end zone, maybe one person on a fly, but everybody else we're just trying to get to the sticks. And if I'm Cumberland Gap, I'm defending the sticks first and foremost, because they got to get a 1st down if they want to score. So I'd have a lot of people at the line to gain. I'd have a lot of people at the 1st down marker, and then working from there deeper.
More than likely, they're probably going to come out in the same formation, and it'll put Bryce Poe by himself, probably on our near sideline. Bryce Rogers for Cumberland Gap was guarding him last time and had pretty good defense. It may fall to him one more time here.
Absolutely. We've seen Gage Ellison have a really solid coverage. It seems like most of the night Bryce Rogers has been shaky. That time is a little bit reversed. I would still attack Rogers here away from us.
4th down and 15. 3 receivers left side, 1 to the right. Lillard dropping back, looking, goes off into the left side, incomplete. Looks like he tried to get it to Fancher. I didn't even see Fancher there until the ball hit the turf. Ball's incomplete. Cumberland Gap will force Cosby turned over on downs.
If I'm Cumberland Gap, I don't know that I pushed the issue here. You're getting the ball first after halftime. You've got a lead after you were down. 27 seconds left. They could go down and score here. I'm just saying, I don't know if I would risk a lot of big-time throws.
27 seconds left to go. Cumberland Gap will have the ball with a K&K Metal 1st down and 10 at their 37-yard line. And no timeouts for either team. Cumberland Gap's going to come out 4 wide, 2 on either side next to the line. Ellison in the gun, has it back to his left side. Look for a possible quarterback run here. Ellison just goes forward and essentially falls at the 35. He will go down for a loss of 2, but it will send us to the break.
That's basically the spread's way of taking a knee. I don't know why people don't just put in the quarterback kneel, but, you know, either way.
He did kind of have a hole there, which I was surprised that he didn't try to make that run. But at the same time, for Cumberland Gap, you're looking for confidence, you're looking for momentum, and right now they've got it. Both teams run to the halftime locker room. We'll take this break. Our halftime score, it is Cumberland Gap 30. It is Cosby 28.
She couldn't wait.
She had imagined the day for as long as she could remember.
The anticipation had been building.
The shopping, the dress, the jewelry.
Celebrating with her friends would be the sign that they had finally made it.
Only she didn't make it.
According to MAD.org, teen alcohol use kills 4,700 people each year. That's more than all illegal drugs combined.
Car crashes are the leading cause of death for teens, and about a quarter of those crashes involve an underage drinker.
Don't add to these statistics.
Take a stand against underage drinking.
The future is in your hands.
Let's go over some credits here real quick while we're still warming people up. Our board operator tonight at the WLMU studios is Gary Daniels. Our camera operator up on top of the press box, who was happy as he could be, happy as a pig in mud, that we came to Cumberland Gap and it wasn't rainy tonight. That was Brandon Berg. I feel bad for Brandon. It seems like every time he was to record a game, it's rained. And I'll say this, it's not raining, but the trend has continued. Good weather through the week. We get to now Thursday, it kind of changed up on us, and it got cool.
Yeah.
I mean, they're calling for temperatures in the 50s this weekend.
Yeah, and tomorrow is supposed to be even colder, I believe, so.
It's starting to finally feel like fall.
Absolutely.
I know a lot of churches had hayrides. I think Cedar Fork had a hayride last week. Dogwood Heights had a hayride. I kind of feel like when you look on Facebook, every church around the area had their hayride last Saturday or Sunday.
Yeah, we had a good time. We had more what I would call a hey, hold on, because he's going about 25, 30 mile an hour. And I don't know if you've ever been on a hayride or not, but you best hold on when you start getting to that kind of speed.
A hey, hold on. That's a new one. We're going to put that in the same file as a country and a city fumble.
The guy that decided to drive it for us, we appreciate him. He drives a truck for a living. I believe he's driving like he had a mission.
He was getting to the plant.
Yes.
Cosby kicks it off as we start the second half of action here. It'll be taken at the 10. This is coming up to the 20, to the 25, and eventually being spun around and down near the 20, let's call it the 27-yard line. So the Panthers with a 2-point lead will start the opening drive here of the second half. They will start with a K&K Metal 1st down and 10. Mark it at the at the Cumberland Gap 28-yard line.
It's about as deep as I've seen them start in quite some time.
They were consistently starting about the 35-yard line there for a while. They'll start with a shotgun formation, 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Both receivers on each side are stacked. Ellison stands in a gun and has a back to his left side. Ellison drops, throws. It is incomplete. Just a little too high that time for England. Got his hands on it, but couldn't bring it in.
Absolutely. It was really high. He was able to get it. Very lucky. Again, there's no defenders in the area because that could have been easily picked off the way it just kind of hung up there. But, yeah, they really want to get the ball in England's hands, and why not? He's a good athlete.
2 receivers again to the right side. The 2 receivers to the left are stacked once again as the ball is on the near hash mark. Again, Cumberland Gap going from right to left on your radio dial. Ellison in the gun, moves it back to the left side. Ellison, option, keeps it, taken down. He will lose yards back to about the 21-yard line.
Nowhere to go on that one. He could pitch it if he wanted to, but it's still going down. Cosby was smart enough. They rotated somebody to this side just to take the running back. There was nowhere to go on that option.
A loss of 7 puts Cumberland Gap behind the chains. It's now 3rd down and 17.
Excellent halftime adjustment by Cosby to defend that play.
3rd and 17. 3 receivers to the right side, 1 to the left. Again, Ellison will be in the gun. As he directs traffic, he puts the back to his left side. 3 down linemen for Cosby. Ellison drops, field pressure goes across the middle. It's incomplete. England had it once again, could not bring it down near the 34-yard line. It'll bring up 4th down.
Now that's one England's got to bring down. He had his hands on it. He's just got to hold on to it. Either way, he's going to be well short of the 1st down.
So Cosby forces Cumberland Gap to a 3-and-out. And Cosby will send Poe back to his 42-yard line. Good snap. Short end-over-end kick. It's going to take a Cumberland Gap bounce past the 50 and eventually roll out of bounds at the Cosby 47-yard line.
So Cosby will have very good field position to start with. And again, in this range between the 40s, Cosby has really liked going to the deep ball. Maybe see if they can get a matchup here and see if they can test them deep again. They've had some success.
10:47 left to go 3rd quarter when Cosby will have their first offensive drive here of the 2nd half. Again, the Eagles trail by 2. Both these teams looking for their first regional win of the season. On a Kane, middle, 1st down and 10. 3 receivers to the left side, 1 to the right. That is Poe down here to the bottom. Shotgun. This is going to be a handoff going to the left side. Fancher, flag on the play. Fancher does go down for a loss this time. We're going to see what the penalty is going to be. And we're going to get holding against Cosby. That's a win-win for Cumberland Gap. Not only did you get Fancher down on the first couple of times, but you're also going to move Cosby back on the holding penalty.
Absolutely. So now Cosby has be 2nd out forever.
Back to the 31-yard line.
Excuse me, 1st down and forever. That's the only positive about that for Cosby is you get to keep the down.
1st down, 26. 1 receiver to the left side, 3 to the right. Again, your quarterback is Andrew Lillard, the sophomore. He stands in a gun with a back to his left side. Stems up, throws. It is incomplete. Underthrew Alex Strange on the near side. And now it'll be 2nd down.
That was not a pretty pass. We saw a lot of nice completions in the 1st half, a lot of nice throws. That was not one of them. That ball hung up there, had an ugly spiral on it. Just not what you want to see.
Kind of think if Cumberland Gap's defenders had seen that one floating, that'd have been pick 6.
Yeah, that's not how you want to throw out to the flats. You usually want to put some zip on those.
2nd down, and it's called almost forever. 2 receivers off to either side here for Lillard. Stands in a gun. Has a back to his left side. Cumberland Gap may bring pressure. Handoff up the middle to the 35, to the 40. Spinning to the 45, still on his feet near midfield. Bringing it back within the sticks on the run was Addison Fancher.
he can really plant a foot in the ground and just instantly change direction. I don't mean just juke and take one step. I mean just plant his foot, change direction, and it has given Cumberland Gap's defense fits as that went from second and forever to now third and really manageable.
19 yards on the run brings up third down. Let's call it 6. Ball right at midfield. 2 receivers left side, 2 to the right. They're going to change running backs and bring that Jacob Jackson into the lineup as Cosby will sit into the pistol. Lillard, high snap, hands off Jackson. He's going to break it to the 45, gets the first down, far sideline to the 40. Stiff arm still on his feet, and eventually is going to be dogpiled down inside the 40 at about the 37-yard line.
I really did not see Cosby picking up the first down, especially once they got so far behind the sticks, but excellent job to get back in there. Bringing in Jackson again, just a bull when he runs, doing a great job of dragging people with him for a first down. 12 yards on the run. They were at one point settled down with second down and forever. I believe it was about 26, 27 yards. They got the first down on the drive. And it's going to be a K&K Metal first down and 10. Ball resting at the Cumberland Gap 30, call it the 39-yard line. 3 receivers right side, 1 to the left. Lillard now in the gun with a back to his left side. He's going to keep it himself this time to the 35, to the 30, reversing field and taken down inside the 35 at about the, actually inside the 30, almost down to the 23. Lillard hasn't run it much tonight, but when he has, it seems like it's been very effective. Again, just a huge hole opened up in the middle by the offensive line. He had all kinds of room.
15 yards on the quarterback draw, sets up Cosby with another K&K Metal first down and 10, this time at the Panther 24. 3 receivers to the right side, 1 to the left. Pistol formation here for Lillard. Hands off Jackson. Jackson up the middle, breaking tackles, gets inside the 20, inside the 15 to about the 13-yard line. And that should be good enough for another Cosby first down.
We're seeing them just march their way right down the field, kind of the way we saw in the second quarter.
At the 13-yard line, this is Cosby's last 4 plays, 19, 12, 15, and 11. Sets them at the 13-yard line for a K&K Metal first down. 1 receiver to the left side, 3 to the right. Lillard again stands with Jackson behind him in the pistol. He's going to keep it himself this time. He's got a hold of the 15, to the 10, to the 5. Did he stretch for it and get it? He did. Touchdown. Cosby, touchdown. Andrew Lillard.
Again, he's not kept it much. He didn't keep it hardly at all in the first half. In the second half, he's already got a few runs, and that one going in for the score. So Lillard, if he becomes a weapon on the ground, that's 3 or 4 solid options Cosby has.
That run from 13 yards out puts Cosby in the lead as they'll set up for the 2-point conversion. Again, they'll send 3 receivers to the right side, 1 to the left. Jackson still in the lineup at running back as Cosby's in the pistol. Lillard hands off Jackson, popped and dropped. The 2-point conversion, no good. Nevertheless, time out of the field with 7:58 left to go. Our new score, it is Cosby 34. It is Cumberland Gap 30.
It's the Old Town Grill.
The Old Town Grill is a special place where you bring more than family, more than friends. Bring a hearty appetite, because at the Old Town Grill, you'll never walk away hungry. A delicious change from the ordinary. The perfect place to bring the entire family. The best food and plenty of it. Join the fun and treat your appetite to something special.
It's the OTG.
The OTG is the place to be.
Make K&K Metal Sales your only stop for all your residential and commercial metal building needs. For the past 23 years, K&K Metal Sales has covered the tri-state area with quality custom roofing and siding with many grades, gauges, and colors in stock. If you're looking for complete steel or wood building packages or steel or wood trusses, K&K Metal Sales can help with that, as well as heavy-duty custom carports. Great folks and great prices. Stop by K&K Metal Sales located at 6986 Cumberland Gap Parkway or call 423-869-4261.
Cosby takes the lead on a 6-play drive that goes 53 yards and takes 2:49 off the clock. With 7:58 left to go here inside of the third quarter, the Eagles retake the lead 34-30.
We have to explain everything here.
we are going to have a potential shootout on our hands here. You've said that from the get-go.
Yes, it feels that way. It looks that way. The strengths of both teams are obviously on the offense. We could see a lot of points put up. Now, for Cumberland Gap, you come out in your first drive. You really struggled. You really need to get something going here, I believe.
Getting ready to kick this one off will be Tyler Rich, a 6'3", 225. He's listed as an offensive line defensive end. Add kicker to his resume. Squibs that one down on the line. It's over the head and will eventually roll out of bounds for Cumberland Gap at the 21-yard line. They have played with fire on 3 out of the last 4 kickoffs.
That's a beautiful kick.
Now, wait a minute here. The official has called illegal procedure to put it at the 35.
Cumberland Gap touched it. Did they not? Did I miss that?
They did touch that. They got away with one right there.
Yeah, that's not a penalty. I was fixing to say that was a beautiful kick because you have a Cumberland Gap player touch it and it rolls out at the 21. That's about as good as you can get.
Cumberland Gap given 14 free yards there. They'll start this drive at the 35-yard line. 2 receivers to the left side, 2 to the right. The 2 on the left are stacked. And now they'll stack the ones on the right. Ellison. And no, he's going to keep it himself to the 35 and eventually be taken down about the 41-yard line.
Now that's something we saw a lot of in the first half, was just that little quarterback up the middle, kind of like a quarterback wrap type play. See if they keep going to that here in the second half because they've had a ton of success with it.
2nd down and 4 upcoming here for Cumberland Gap. 1 receiver split way out to the right. Trips up on the line on the left. Ellison. Shovel pass inside. And being upended that time was Preston England. He gets a few positive yards to about the 42, 43-yard line.
Cosby was thoroughly ready for it that time. That was back to the shovel option. Again, you got a guy you can pitch either way if you're the quarterback, and that time Preston England, as soon as he took it, was just upended.
Brings up 3rd down, and let's call it 3. 2 receivers to the left side, 2 to the right. Ellison stands in the gun, has a back to his left side as he goes up to the line. Resets the play. Looking around, here comes the play clock is down. Ellison does get the snap off. Throws, and it is complete for the first down. Still in Cumberland Gap territory at the 47-yard line. On the catch was England.
Nice first down. That's something you really wanted to get right there. A lot of times teams come out and they want to score. A lot of times you've got to build some first downs. It's not always going to be a home run. So a first down, your first one of this half, that's something you need.
It's a K and came out on 1st down and 10. This time Cumberland Gap's going to come out with 5 wide. 3 receiver to the left side, 2 to the right. Ellison stands in a gun. Cosby has 5 linemen up on the line. Ellison drops, goes across the middle. It's incomplete. Incomplete. There comes a late flag for pass interference as the intended receiver was Tyler Thompson. Getting to see the new Tusculum Athletic Hall of Fame member, head coach Corey Russell, showing off some of his quarterback moves, teaching Ellison a couple things.
Look that way.
Calls pass interference against Cosby. There'll be a 15-yard penalty. Should mark the ball at about the Cosby 38-yard line. Cumberland Gap now with another K and came out of 1st down and 10. This time again 5 wide. 2 receivers to the near side, 3 receivers to the right. Ellison will stand by himself in the gun. Again, Cosby looking to bring 5, maybe 6 players here up on the line. And it looks like Coach Russell's going to take a timeout here for Cumberland Gap. We'll take it with him. 5:38 left to go. Our score, Cosby 34. It is Cumberland Gap 30.
College. It can seem a million miles away. But what if you could get help with your tuition expenses? Get help filling out all those applications and finding a major that fits. All of a sudden, the impossible becomes possible. Visit collegefortn.org today. College. You can get there from here.
Back out to Panther Field with 5:38 left to go here inside of the third quarter. Again, Cosby leads this one 34-30 over the Panthers, who just called their first timeout. On a gorgeous Thursday evening here, clear skies, as far as we can tell. Pitch dark outside. Starting to feel a lot more like fall, though. We talked about the game time temperature at kickoff supposed to be in the 50s. I think it's easily in the lower 50s, maybe into the 40s at this point.
Absolutely.
Expecting, I believe, the first frost of the season over the weekend. On a K&K Metal first down and 10. They'll send 4 wide, 2 off to either side. Ellison now has a running back in the backfield with him to the left side. That is Cornett. Cosby puts everybody in the box. This is Ellison running for his life, breaks the tackle, stops, pops, throws. It's going to be a jump ball, and it's going to be incomplete. Thompson could not turn around and get to that one, and it'll fall innocently to the turf and bring up second down.
Definitely thought he had him. I like the throw, but I also like Ellison just tucking the ball and running right there. It looked like he had all kinds of green grass in front of him.
Second down and 10 here upcoming for the Panthers. Two receivers now to the left side, 2 to the right. Ellison directing traffic. He'll push Cornett to the right side as he's in the shotgun. Ellison drops, looking, feeling pressure, rolls off left side, still looking, throws, and it's going to be incomplete. Pass was intended, I believe, for England, and we're going to have a hold against Cumberland Gap in the backfield.
Ellison was lucky he was able to get the ball out of his hands that time, again being drugged down as he let it go. Figured the holding was coming. There was so much penetration up front. He almost had to think somebody got held in that process.
Question is, will Cosby take the penalty? If they don't, it'll be third down and 10. If they do, it'll bring up second down and long, and they will take the penalty here.
And now we see Cumberland Gap in a second down and forever, much like Cosby found themselves in on the last drive.
Cumberland Gap with the penalty goes back into Panther territory to the Cumberland Gap 46-yard line. Second down and a while. 2 receivers to the left side. This is Ellison dropping, looking, feeling pressure, throws off right side, incomplete. Incomplete. The intended receiver got pounded as soon as the ball got to him. That was the running back, Cornett.
Cosby has seen that screen pass a handful of times tonight, and that time they read it perfectly. There's people in place all over the field to make that play happen. Fancher was the one who broke it up. Excellent job. Cumberland Gap's going to have to find something else to get a little pressure off the quarterback.
Third down, 26, upcoming here for the Panthers. 1 receiver to the left side, 3 to the right. Ellison will stand in the gun. He'll put a running back to his right side. Cosby may bring the heat. Ellison drops, looks, throws across the middle, incomplete. Just a little bit high for Preston England. He did get his hands on it, and it was double coverage.
You're right. It was into double coverage. He managed to get his hands on it, but that's about it. It was knocked loose.
Now to bring up fourth down. Fourth down for Cumberland Gap. They were moving the chains, and a holding penalty put them back behind the chains. And now they're going to be set for their second punt here of the second half. Back deep to receive for Cosby will be Bryce Poe, who's had a lot of different ways to touch the ball tonight. Poe will take this one to the 25. Looking for some blocks, trying to set up a wall, and he's eventually just going to go out of bounds at about the 27, 28-yard line. And you are right, there is a flag. Poe only got 3 yards on the punt return, but he's going to draw another 15 after the personal foul.
Absolutely. You can't drag somebody down after they're that far out of bounds. He took a couple of good steps. At that point, you just let go.
So now we're going to see Cosby with the ball near midfield with 4:53 left to go here inside of the third quarter. Again, the Eagles lead this one 34-30. Ball after the penalty will be spun at the Cosby 43-yard line. Two receivers, like that, three receivers left side, one to the right. Lillard takes the snap, hands off. This is Jackson to the 45, near midfield to the 50, dragging people to the 45, inside the 45, finally taken down about the 42-yard line.
That was another impressive run. When you give Jackson the foot, if he gets any kind of head of steam, he's going to pick up about 10 yards. He has just been dragging defenders with him, and he's put together a very impressive knot.
15 yards on the run, brings up another K&K Metal first down. Two receivers off to either side. Lillard again, standing in the backfield. And Lillard drops it this time as he tried to hand it off to Jackson. He's going to run for his life, get some yards to the 40, and eventually spun around inside the 40 to about the 38-yard line.
Tendency Cosby has, and I've been watching this all game, when they get in the shotgun and they run what you call an offset, which means the running back is actually behind the quarterback a little bit, it has been a run 100% of the time. Just so everybody's aware of that. I would think if I can see it right here that everybody else can see it, it has literally been a run 100% of the time.
Second down, let's call it 4 yards to go. One receiver to the left side, three to the right. Handoff up the middle. And this one will be taken down. I believe that was Jackson again on the run. Picks up maybe a yard or two.
Again, why wouldn't you give it to Jackson when you're close to the first down marker? And right here, just needing inches, I assume that's what we're going to see again.
Third down and less than a yard. Ball at the Cumberland Gap 34-yard line.
Fooled me. He's not even in the game now.
Two receivers off to either side. Lillard stands in a pistol formation. Handoff. First down for Cosby as they'll march the ball forward to about the 31-yard line.
Give him a first down. I really expected to see Jackson in there just to try and power it ahead. They take him out, and Fancher picks up a first down.
3 yards on the run gives Cosby another first down. Another K&K Metal first down and 10 here for the Eagles. Ball at the Panther 31-yard line. On first down, two receivers to the left side, two split to the right. Lillard now stands in a shotgun with a back to his left side. Lillard drops, looking, throws down the left sideline. He's got a receiver there, incomplete. Incomplete, just out of the outstretched hands of his intended receiver.
Had the matchup they wanted. They have really tried to pick on Bryce Rogers for Cumberland Gap. They had the matchup. He threw it and just overthrew his receiver a little bit. Got to bring that one back.
I believe that one was intended for Strange. Correction, it was intended for Cody Earls, 13. Second down and 10. This time they'll send three receivers to the right side, one to the left. Again, shotgun formation for Lillard. Lillard, hands off. And this again looks to have been Fancher with the run. I had to hold my breath there to make sure he was down on the ground.
Yes.
They'll bring the ball forward to the 30 for a gain of 1.
Yes, he's definitely an escape artist. You think that he's down, there's 3 or 4 people around him, that doesn't mean anything.
Third down and 9 here for the Eagles. Cumberland Gap's defense has got to get a stop right here. Trailing by 4, 34-30, with 2 minutes left to go.
And quietly, they have run a lot of time off the clock.
This third quarter is flying right now. One receiver to the left side and 3 to the right here on third down and 9. Lillard in the gun, has a back to his right side. Lillard. Quarterback draw up the middle, nothing. He might have even lost a yard that time. That'll bring up fourth down and 10.
I think that they'll go for this. Obviously, been this deep in the Cumberland Gap territory. I think that Lillard put it in the air here because he's done an excellent job all night of putting it in a decent, easy-to-catch kind of area. Just let one of these receivers go up and try to make a play on it.
4th down and 10. 2 receivers left side, 2 to the right. Lillard stands in a gun, has a back to his left side. Lillard's going to drop, looking, no pressure, throwing off right side. He's got Poe there. It's incomplete. Incomplete intended receiver was Poe. Nice heads-up play by Gates Ellison to knock it down, not to try to pick it.
And Ellison's by far been their best, or their most solid coverage person tonight. He has really stepped up to the task at hand, and now this gives this Cumberland Gap offense, it gives you something to work with. You're still only down 1 possession. In fact, just a touchdown takes the lead. So still a very tight game here. They need to try and get something going on offense.
1:02 left to go, 3rd quarter. Panthers will take over on downs at their 31-yard line. It will be a K Metal 1st down and 10. 2 receivers to the left side, 2 to the right here for Ellison. Stands by himself. There's now 3 receivers out to the right side. Ellison stands in the backfield by himself and shotgun with 5 wide. It's going to be a quarterback draw up the middle, stutter stepping, breaking tackles, and will eventually be taken down by Cosby about the 30, closer to the 32-yard line.
And that's how you have to tackle Ellison. You can't just rely on one person to get him down. He's been running really well tonight. You've got to get multiple people around the football. You got to get a lot of people in one small area, and Cosby done a good job that time.
2nd down, let's call it 9 yards to go. 33 seconds and counting left to go, 3rd quarter. Could very well be the final play of the 3rd quarter. 2 receivers left side, 2 to the right. Shotgun formation here for Ellison. Has a back to his left side. Ellison dropping the pass, looking, feels pressure, steps up, he's going to run with it to the 35, to the 40, to the 45, breaking tackles near midfield, goes down, helmet comes off late. That's Ellison's helmet. Mark the ball inside Cosby territory to the 49-yard line, a gain of 19. But Ellison's helmet comes off, so he's got to come out of the game. With 5 seconds left to go. Bring on the backup, number 12, Garland Ellis. And they won't get this play off. That'll do it for the 3rd quarter of action. We've got 1 quarter remaining here at Panther Field. Our score after 3, it is Cosby 34. It is Cumberland Gap 30.
Pinnacle Performance Physical Therapy wants you to know you have a choice where to receive physical and occupational therapy. We take an individualized approach to treating people of all ages. Our therapist's goal is to assist all patients by reaching their pinnacle performance in school, work, and play. We have state-of-the-art equipment such as our Alter-G anti-gravity treadmill, used to rehabilitate injuries and pain throughout the body's lower extremities. Contact us for an appointment at 423-869-9923. Pinnacle Performance Physical Therapy, 362 Catalpa Avenue, Harrogate.
Welcome back to Panther Field as we get ready to start the 4th quarter of action. Cosby leads this one 34-30. It's a K Metal 1st down and 10 for the Panthers in Cosby territory at the 49-yard line. Quarterback for Cumberland Gap on this play is Ellis, Garland Ellis. He will hand off, and Cosby will have this one wrapped up for a loss of 2, as on the run was number 9, Keaton Cornett.
If I was Cosby, I'd have brought the entire house. You know they're not going to throw it with a backup freshman quarterback. I would have brought all 11 players if I could. I'd blitz every one of them.
Loss of 2. Ethan Ellison will now check back into the lineup, and it'll be 2nd down, let's call it 12, upcoming for Cumberland Gap. 1 receiver to the right side, 3 to the left, in trips formation up against the line. Ellison drops, looking, feels the pressure. He's going to fall forward for a gain of 1.
Managed to gain some yardage back. I see a lot of Cosby defensive linemen when they get back there. Not only are they trying to get the sack, they're also stripping at that football. So he's got to do a good job of securing it when he knows he's going to get hit too. Otherwise, we're going to see that thing on the ground.
It'll be 3rd down. Let's call it 10 yards to go. 3 receivers to the left side, 1 to the right. Again, Ellison in back at quarterback. His running back in there with him is Keaton Cornett. He'll move Cornett to the left side. Now moving to the right. Again, Panthers trail by 4. Ellison now going up to the line. He's going to check off. And play clock was running down, and Cumberland Gap will have to spend their second timeout. 10:34 left to go. We'll take this one with them. Cosby leads Cumberland Gap 34-30.
I wanted to be in the military since I was a kid.
I served in the United States Air Force.
I served a total of 16 years.
I was deployed 13 times.
On my second deployment, 4 bombs hit my vehicle.
And at 19 years old, that's the first time I ever saw somebody die.
Coming back, I was raging.
I started having pretty horrible nightmares.
I would wake up in the middle of the night, sweats.
I started drinking a lot.
I felt worthless.
I guess I never recognized it in myself.
Eventually, one day I just walked into the VA hospital and said I'd like to see somebody.
Don't suffer alone. You got to find that link with somebody that'll make you let it go.
It all starts with going to the VA. There's a whole community of veterans that just want to help you out.
It's for the guys who couldn't come back, so you owe it to them to live well, because they're not here with their families.
Back out to Panther Field. It'll be third down. Let's call it 8 yards to go for the Panthers after they called, I believe, what is it, their second timeout. It is their second timeout here of the second half. Again, Cosby leads Cumberland Gap 34-30. Only one touchdown so far in the second half. That was by Cosby on a 13-yard run by the quarterback to give the Eagles the lead. Here it's third down now. It's called third down and 9. 3 receivers left side and 1 to the right. Ellison now moves it back to the right side. And it's going to be a false start. I thought I saw the slot receiver on the far side move, and he did. And it's going to back Cumberland Gap up 5 yards.
Definitely not what you wanted. It's already third and long, and now it's third and 5 yards longer. So Cumberland Gap has found themselves in this situation a couple of times tonight, and it's never good. You never want to be third, and you want to be like 3rd and 3, but you never want to be third and more than 10.
Third down, 15 upcoming here for Cumberland Gap. 2 receivers left side, 2 to the right. Ellison in the gun has it back to his right side. Ellison drop in, feels some pressure, steps up in the pocket, and he is sacked. Ellison goes down at the 41-yard line.
Number 60, Spencer Holt, got a hold of him. The nose guard, 6'1", 370. Ellison was going down.
A loss of 5 on the sack. More than likely will force Cumberland Gap to punt. Back deep to receive for the Eagles will be number 1, Bryce Poe. This will be Brandon Helton to have the punt. If you're Cosby, do you go after this?
Yeah, I might.
Helton, good snap. He'll get this one off. It's going to be a end-over-end kick. Takes a Cumberland Gap bounce inside the 30 to the 25. Still on a roll. Called to the 23-yard line.
In the high school ranks, I'm about a fan of going after a punt in any given situation because snaps are always iffy. The punter might mishandle it a little bit, and it only takes just a split second of doing something wrong with the ball bobbling a little, and you can get a block.
But I will give credit. Brandon Helton has had a better night tonight than he had last Friday.
Absolutely, which obviously weather was terrible.
It was, and I felt bad for Helton because it felt like every time he stepped back, there's something bad happened.
Yes, and there's a lot of things that wasn't his fault that happened, but either way, much better outing.
Here, Cosby will have a K&K Metal first down and 10, starting at their 23-yard line. 1 receiver to the left side. Let's go 3 to the right. Shotgun formation here for Lillard. He will hand off, and this is still running with the football to the 30, to the 34, 35-yard line. On the run was Jackson. They should ride that horse the rest of the night.
Absolutely. I would just keep feeding him the football. The only complaint I've had with him all night is the double skin the football. He needs to get both hands on it when he gets contact. Other than that, keep dragging people the way that you've been doing. 12
yards on the run, sets up another K&K Metal first down and 10. Again, 4 wide here for the Eagles. Cosby, play action. And this was Lillard trying to take the bootleg over to the left side, stumbled, and falls forward to about the 37-yard line for a gain of 2.
Managed to trip up Lillard, barely got a hold of him. Otherwise, I thought he had quite a bit of space to go, but a nice play on defense to recover.
How to bring up second down. Let's call it almost 7 yards to go. Maybe a long 7. Cosby sends 3 receivers to the right side, 1 to the left. Lillard now stands in a gun with a back to his left side. Lillard hands off to Jackson. No, he's going to keep it himself. And he will bring the ball forward to the 38-yard line for a gain of 1.
Cumberland Gap are really starting to see them again selling out to stop this run. If you're Cosby, you just got to wonder at what point do you stand up and throw it.
Clock working in Cosby's favor going against Cumberland Gap as we approach 8 minutes left to go. 1 receiver to the left side, 3 to the right here on third down. Let's call it 6. Lillard hands off, coming this way and not breaking the tackle. That was Jackson again. Gets no gain.
So Cumberland Gap's defense does an excellent job bringing out the punt unit. Cosby see if they can pin them a little bit or give them some kind of bad field position. Cumberland Gap, though, in all honesty, should end up with some decent field position.
This will be Tyler Rich once again back deep to kick for Cosby. And it'll be Thompson back deep to receive for the Panthers. The only problem Rich has had tonight punting the ball was that one where it was a low snap and he put his knee on the turf. Cumberland Gap would love to see that again. And instead it was a good snap. Rich gets a beautiful kickoff. Takes a bounce inside the 25 to about the 21-yard line. Cumberland Gap will start. They're actually going to mark it right on about the 20.
Excellent punt.
So Panthers will have 80 yards in front of them for the go-ahead score.
Just not had a lot of luck in the second half on offense. We saw such a burst nearing the end of the first half at Cumberland Gap on offense. It just seemed like they were scoring every time they touched it. Now here in the second half, it's just come up empty thus far.
It was a 48-yard punt by the lineman, Rich.
I'll take that all day.
Panthers will start with a K&K Metal first down and 10 at their 20-yard line. 1 receiver to the left side, 1 to the right. Shotgun formation here for Ellison. Dropping, looking, throws, slant pattern. It is intercepted. Cosby has picked this off at the 31-yard line. In and out of the hands of the intended receiver, and I believe it was number 29, Joseph Freshour, that picks it off.
Brandon Helton had his hands all over it. It was right to him. He had it, and he just couldn't quite secure it right before the interception. It was almost like a fumble recovery. He about took it from him. Either way, Cosby now has the football with excellent field position, and you got to think that we're going to see about 3 or 4 more good doses of Jackson here.
Interception has Cosby now at the Panther 31-yard line with 6:49 left to go. Again, the Eagles lead by 4. A touchdown makes it a 2-possession game. 2 receivers to the left side, 2 to the right. Pistol formation here on a K&K Metal first down. Lillard hands off Jackson. Jackson's going to make some holes. He's on some wheels to the 15, to the 10, to the 5, and does he get in? He does. Touchdown, Cosby on one play. They give it off to Jackson. He shows some wheels, and that is one big house I'm not getting in front of.
That's a fact. He's very quick to be as big as he is. It's not something you just want to stand there and take. Jackson gets it, takes it in for the score. Now all of a sudden, Cosby just all of a sudden gained a firm grip on this game.
6:37 left to go. Cosby will go for 2. 2 receivers off to either side. This is going to be the quarterback, Lillard, trying to find something, breaking some tackles, flag on the play. Lillard does get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion is good, but we're going to have a hold against Cosby.
So they're going to have one more try at it.
Well,
just further back.
The official that indicated the call said that there was decline, but I think he finally realized that the quarterback Lillard actually got into the end zone. So now Cumberland Gap will back him up 10 yards. The holding penalty sets the ball back at the 14-yard line here for Cosby. They lead this one 40-30. Now, with this being farther back, if Cumberland Gap could get a turnover and run it back for 2 points, it brings them back within one possession.
Absolutely. I mean, you want to get the 2, but I would almost leave it on the ground here.
One receiver to the right side, 3 to the left. Lillard throws. It will be incomplete. It will be incomplete. The 2-point conversion is no good. Timeout of the field with 6:37 left to go. Our new score, it is Cosby 40. It is Cumberland Gap 30.
It's the Old Town Grill.
The Old Town Grill is a special place where you bring more than family, more than friends. Bring a hearty appetite, because at the Old Town Grill, you'll never walk away hungry. A delicious change from the ordinary. The perfect place to bring the entire family. The best food and plenty of it. Join the fun and treat your appetite to something special.
It's the OTG.
The OTG is the place to be.
Make K&K Metal Sales your only stop for all your residential and commercial metal building needs. For the past 23 years, K&K Metal Sales has covered the tri-state area with quality custom roofing and siding with many grades, gauges, and colors in stock. If you're looking for complete steel or wood building packages or steel or wood trusses, K&K Metal Sales can help with that, as well as heavy-duty custom carports. Great folks and great prices. Stop by K&K Metal Sales located at 6986 Cumberland Gap Parkway or call 423-869-4261.
Cosby, one play, 12 seconds, 31 yards on the run by Jacob Jackson, set up by the interception. And now Cosby has a 10-point lead. They can breathe a little bit heavier as there's 6:37 left to go here inside of the fourth quarter. Eagles lead this one 40-30.
A 2-possession lead is big in this game. In the first half, it wasn't anything. Now, all of a sudden, it's big because it seems like time has just melted in the second half.
It's kind of been a tale of two different halves. The first half, the second quarter in particular, was very score-heavy. I mean, 2, 3, 4-play drives, and both teams were going back and down the field. That last touchdown by Cosby was just the second score in the entire second half of play. Here's the kickoff over on the far side, and that's going to go out of bounds. So Cosby gives Cumberland Gap the ball at the 35-yard line. No time off the clock. But Cumberland Gap has got to score, and you might think they got to score quick. Down by 10, one timeout remaining. They're going to start at the 35-yard line.
Absolutely, because now all of a sudden Cosby has started to establish himself as a team that can run the clock on you a little bit. So you need to score, do it as quick as you can, and then see if you can get a stop or two, because right now you're looking at a Cosby team that's doing a great job running the football. Cumberland Gap's offense has been shaky at best here in the second half, and a team that we were worried about getting fatigued, being Cosby, has done all the scoring here in the second half.
But if you think about it, they've wore down. They slowed the game down in the second half.
Absolutely.
They worked it to their favor. On a K&K Metal first down and 10, one receiver to the left side, again, one to the right. Shotgun formation for Ellison. Panthers put more players on the line. Ellison drops, looks, throws down the fade pattern. He's got a receiver there to the 40, to the 35, to the 30, to the 25, and finally being dragged down from behind on the reception, Preston England. Or excuse me, that's Helton, 14. I thought it was 11. It's actually 14, Brandon Helton.
Helton that had the ball took from him on the very last play, Cumberland Gap run that led to the interception, fumble recovery, however you want to word it, went right back to him, and that time it's a big-time reception that flips the field.
Ball down to the 19-yard line, and now Cumberland Gap has a K&K Metal first down and 10 at the Eagle 19. They'll start out with two receivers to the left side, two to the right. Ellison, drop, rolling right side, looking, stops, looking, and just throws it right at his wide. He threw it right at the running back's feet, so it will not be grounded. It's just going to be an incomplete pass.
Very aware to find his running back that time and throw it at his feet. I didn't see the running back at first, and I thought that's obviously grounded. Nice play to get rid of that.
That'll be second down and 10 now. That pass completion to Helton covered 46 yards 2 plays ago. On second down and 10, two receivers stacked to the left side, two receivers stacked to the right. Again, shotgun formation for Ellison. Ellison drops, looking, pumps. He's got to get out of that huddle, and he's going to be sacked. No, he's still on his feet. Now he'll be sacked.
You're right. It's just once he gets, if you get caught up in the pocket, if Ellison gets caught up in that pocket at all, he's going down. Cumberland Gap's offensive line is shaky. They've let a lot of people come through unofficially. That's about 6 sacks tonight again. That's just not a number that you want to have associated with you.
A lot of freshmen on that offensive line learning trial by fire this year. 3rd down and long. 2 receivers to either side stacked. Ellison again in the gun. He's going to drop. Look. Steps up in the pocket. Throws. And it's going to be over the head of the intended receivers. Let's say it was intended for Thompson. And it'll bring up 4th down.
Could not get his feet set at all for that throw. He was running all over the place again, trying to get some mobility in the pocket, and just trying to keep from getting another sack. That time, good way to get rid of it, but that was had no chance of being on target.
5:18 left to go inside the 4th quarter. And I believe Cumberland Gap has just spent their 3rd and final timeout. And they did. 5:18 left to go. We'll take this timeout with them. Our score, it is Cosby 40. It is Cumberland Gap 30.
College. It can seem a million miles away. But what if you could get help with your tuition expenses? Get help filling out all those applications and finding a major that fits. All of a sudden, the impossible becomes possible. Visit collegefortn.org today. College. You can get there from here.
4th down and long upcoming here for Cumberland Gap with 5:18 left to go here inside of the 4th quarter. The Panthers trail the Eagles by 10. For those that are just now tuning in, the Thursday Night Jazz Cafe will be following us immediately at the conclusion of tonight's contest. It's a special Thursday night edition of the Old Town Grill High School Game of the Week. Again, the Thursday Night Jazz Cafe will be following us immediately following post-game wrap-up here on the LMU Sports Network. Cumberland Gap coming out of the 3rd and final timeout has 4th down and long. 2 receivers off to either side. Ellison stands in a gun. He has it back to his left side. Maybe McGridge this time. Ellison throws across the middle. Incomplete. England had his hands on it, but it was batted out of his hands by the defender. And the Eagles will force a turnover on downs.
Just a little bit behind him, and now Cumberland Gap finds themselves really behind the 8-ball because all of a sudden Cosby has the ball back. They're up by 2 possessions, and you have 0 timeouts. So Cosby here, I expect to see him keep it on the ground the entire way from here out.
Panthers need a turnover. Need a turnover in a bad way. Cosby will start with a K&K Metal 1st down and 10. Ball spotted at their 25-yard line. 5:11 left to go inside the 4th. Cosby, 10 points advantage over the Panthers, trying to pick up their first regional win of the season. 2 receiver to the left side, 2 to the right. Shotgun formation. It's going to be a handoff. Going over to the far sideline is Cosby, and getting close to the 1st down marker on the run. Once again, looks to be Jackson.
Looked like he had it from here, and they're moving the chains. So Cumberland Gap cannot afford to get these 1st downs going against them. They have got to get a stop.
11 yards on the run by Jackson. Does set up another K&K Metal 1st down and 10, this time at the Eagle 36-yard line. Kind of surprised to see Jackson along. I know he's a bigger back. Earlier on in the night, I kind of thought we'd see a lot of Fancher with his speed.
Absolutely, but Jackson has absolutely wore it out.
On a 1st down and 10, 4 wide, 2 to either side. Pistol formation, this is Lillard. Deep back is Jackson, split off to his right. He's going to hand off to Jackson. Jackson coming to the near side. He is spun around. Thought it might have been a face mask there. Jackson will eventually go down near the 40-yard line.
Smitty brought him down. Smitty.
4 yards on the run brings up 2nd down. Clock still running.
And again, for Cumberland Gap, it's basically, if you don't get a stop on this series, pretty well right here, this game could be over.
2nd down, let's call it 6. 4 wide again. Pistol formation for Lillard. He's going to hand off. This is Jackson running with the football, needing some blocks. Here's a flag. Jackson will go down at the 45-yard line. The clock will stop with 3:42 left to go as we get a hold against the Eagles.
That's something that Cosby couldn't afford.
But if you think about it, it gets him an extra play. He would have gotten a first down there, so naturally Cumberland Gap cannot decline the penalty, but it does give Cosby an extra play to run clock.
You have an extra play. You just didn't want to get behind the chains because I feel like at this point another first down pretty well ends this game. I know that there's still 3:40 left, but that gives you so much more time to run off.
Ball back to the Eagle 32-yard line as the clock runs at 3:34 and counting. 3 receivers to the right side, 1 to the left on second down. Let's call it 14 yards. Lillard stands in a gun. Jackson offset behind him to the right. Handoff Jackson. No, it's going to be Lillard on the keeper to the 35 and take it down near the 41-yard line. Good play fake by Lillard.
Tackled inbounds, and here you have a third and what looks like it's going to be about 4 or 5 yards.
Ball is spotted at the 42-yard line. They'll bring up third down closer to, let's call it 5. 2 receivers left side, 2 to the right. 2:45 and counting left to go. Lillard stands in the gun. Takes a snap, hands off. This is Jackson to the 45, comes near side of the 51st down to the 45, just trying to stay on his feet. Stays in bounds as he goes down to the 43-yard line. It'll be a first down with 2:30 left to go.
And that will almost put the nail in the coffin. Jackson has really come through for them when they needed him the most. They have just been basically handing him the ball and saying, here, we need you to get us yards. We need first downs. We need to put this game away.
15 yards on the run gives Cosby another K&K medal. First down and 10. This time at the Panther, let's call it 43-yard line. Again, 4 wide, 2 to either side as the clock runs. We're at 2:06 and counting. Lillard hands off Jackson. And Jackson will just go forward. Maybe picks up about a half a yard, but right now for Cosby, the clock runs, and that's what they want.
Yes, and now is when you wish you had some kind of timeout to stop this thing, but they've all been burnt. Cosby now is just in control of this game. I expect to see 2 more runs by Jackson. Everybody in the stadium knows Jackson's pretty well going to keep it, but he's still been hard to stop.
134, 133 and counting. It'll be second down and 10 here for the Eagles. 2 receivers to the left side, 2 to the right. Cosby trying to pick up their first win ever against the Cumberland Gap Panthers. Lillard rolls off right side, brings the ball forward, still on his feet to the 40. Takes a hit past the 35 to the 30, still on his feet. Cumberland Gap will eventually tackle him inside the 25 at about the 23-yard line. But with 1:08 left to go, that is all she wrote.
Yep, that's the ball game right there. Cosby's going to pick up their first win ever. As you said, against Cumberland Gap. Cumberland Gap's going to fall to 0-8.
21 yards on the quarterback keeper. And for Cosby, their first regional win on the season. Their first ever win against Cumberland Gap. And for the Panthers, the losing streak will increase to 16 games.
And it has to be just a terrible feeling.
It's a K&K battle, first down and 10. Clock is still running at 50 seconds. Cosby is in the victory formation. This one is going to be heartbreak for the Panther faithful. Eagles take a knee. Cosby will improve to 3-5 on the season, 1-4 in regional play. As we said, Cumberland Gap will fall to 0-8, 0-5 in regional play. And the few faithful that have traveled from Cosby cheering on the far sideline as the clock is now at 22 seconds and counting. I don't believe they have to snap this ball. They don't have to snap this one. The clock's still running. We're at 10 seconds. Again, Cosby improves to 3-5 on the season and picks up their first ever victory against the Cumberland Gap Panthers. And Cumberland Gap will fall to 0-8 as tonight Cosby defeats Cumberland Gap by the final score of 40-30. Folks, stay tuned. We'll wrap it up in post-game wrap-up right after this here on the LMU Sports Network.
It's the Old Town Grill.
The Old Town Grill is a special place where you bring more than family, more than friends. Bring a hearty appetite, because at the Old Town Grill, you'll never walk away hungry. A delicious change from the ordinary. The perfect place to bring the entire family. The best food and plenty of it. Join the fun and treat your appetite to something special.
It's the OTG.
The OTG is the place to be.
Make K&K Metal Sales your only stop for all your residential and commercial metal building needs. For the past 23 years, K&K Metal Sales has covered the tri-state area with quality custom roofing and siding with many grades, gauges, and colors in stock. If you're looking for complete steel or wood building packages or steel or wood trusses, K&K Metal Sales can help with that, as well as heavy-duty custom carports. Great folks and great prices. Stop by K&K Metal Sales located at 6986 Cumberland Gap Parkway or call 423-869-4261.
It's a final here from Panther Fielders tonight. The Cumberland Gap Panthers fall to the Cosby Eagles by the final score of 40-30. For Cumberland Gap, the losing streak increases to 16 games as they fall to 0-8 on the 2015 season. Next week, the Old Town Grill Game of the Week will travel back over to New Townsville, Tennessee for senior night for the Claiborne Bulldogs as they'll be playing host to the West Green Buffaloes in Regent 1 Class 3A action. Myself and Brandon Burke will have the call next Friday night on 91.3 FM and again on tape delayed on the television broadcast. So for everyone behind the scenes of the Old Town Grill Game of the Week, again, it is Cosby defeating Cumberland Gap 40-30. Until next week, I'm Adam Haley, and we'll see you next week.